Well, good morning, you beauties.
Yo.
You look great today. Great
Great.
today. You look great. Great today, man. And it's going to be that kind of day. Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Yes, something is cooking.
Something is indeed. I don't know if you've figured it out, but yes, there's a certain color that is donning the studio, and it's getting us very excited. Now, this morning we're going to be focusing on the health and wellness of our kids. And with health at top of mind, our kids can reach their potential to be great. And that's exactly what we're striving for this morning.
Yes,
absolutely.
They need to be great. Sorry, speaking of the talented youth, St. John's College won South African National Kids' Lit Quiz final, and they're in studio to celebrate their success. And it's going to be amazing for, we're going to be tested while Zanele is. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Please not me.
Yeah, I know. They went quiet for a second. I'm like, what's going on?
I listen, man. I've been around long enough to do a couple of the maths and science tests with the kids, man. Don't even play in that space. Don't worry, we've got your grape escape this morning. If
Yes.
That's academically inclined. We're going to go the physical route, or at least someone is. The incredible ballerina Emma Fainter joins us to teach this kid a thing or two about pointing his toes and getting his pliés down.
Oh, I need to work. This is a
wow, buddy. I don't know if was this inspire a lot of hope. It's going to be interesting. Great TV, if nothing else. Now, she's one of the best in the biz. Cannot wait to see you try your hand.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. But of course, we don't leave you hanging because we always tick in the box of entertainment. And this morning we have Tamara Day in the building.
Yes.
It's officially going to be a great day.
It is going to be great.
Yeah.
I think extra points for counting the amount of times we say grape today.
Yes.
I feel like that's on your table. It's a little competition until 9 a.m. All right, let's do that. But the thing is, we do have somebody else who could also add a couple of grapes to her grape presentation right now. It's Zanele and Joburg. Let's say good morning. Hello.
Hello, Cape Town family. You guys look so great. And it's great to be here. You know, it's about to be a beautiful one indeed. Mzansi, I hope you are ready. As you can hear, it's going to be a juicy show. And when I say that, I'm talking about the fact that, yes, we've got a delicious lineup on the way, but then we are also going to be hearing from you on the social media streets. Our Good Morning Post is where we hear from you all in the name of our question of the morning. So let's get to it, shall we? This morning, we want to hear all in the name of hashtag Fernando Essay, hashtag Power to Fight Pain. My friend, what do you think of the incredible new grape flavor that Fernando has? I know that for me, I love it. I think that it's exactly what we need, especially for those of us where sometimes, we need some excitement to be able to take some of those tablets. But I think that this indeed is what we are here for today in order for us to be grape. What do you think about the new grape flavor? We want to hear from you for the Good Morning Post. Make sure you use hashtag Fernando Essay, hashtag Power to Fight Pain. We're going to be chatting all about this greatness all throughout your Feel Good Breakfast Show. However, for now, we need to 100% move from the Samsung showroom in Design Quarter in Johannesburg all the way to Cape Town to get our headlines from Carl.
And live from Cape Town, let's take a look at your news. Now, nationally, police have confirmed the arrest of another suspect in connection with the murders of rapper Kiernan Forbes, AKA, and his friend Tabelo Tibbs Motswane. The pair was shot and killed in Durban's Florida Road in February last year. The 30-year-old suspect was arrested yesterday. This brings the total number of suspects arrested for the murders to 7. 5 suspects are expected to appear in the Durban Magistrates Court today. KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Nkwanazi said investigations had confirmed that AKA was the main target. The Huguenot Tunnel on the N1 in De Toitskloof Pass has been reopened after a fire at Paarl in the Boland was brought under control. Cape Winelands District Municipality spokesperson Joanne Otto says their fire service, in collaboration with Cape Nature and contracted service providers, extinguished the blaze. It broke out amid high temperatures and a red warning for a fire hazard in parts of the Western Cape. The mercury rose to 40 degrees Celsius in Paarl just yesterday. Now, internationally, Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema says a US-backed project to connect Zambia's copper mines to an Angolan port offers the nation a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The project will link mining operations to the Atlantic Ocean port of Lobito by building new track in Zambia and connecting it to an existing railway in Angola. The US is supporting the refurbishment of the Angolan line by some $250 million. The Lobito corridor is central to the Biden administration's plans to secure access to crucial metals for the energy transition in Zambia while countering China's influence. Now, some 50 journalists have sent an open letter calling on Israel and Egypt to provide free, unfettered access to Gaza for all foreign media. The letter states that the need for comprehensive on-the-ground reporting is imperative. Israel's military says its troops have taken journalists on escorted trips to Gaza to allow them to report safely. In the letter, the 55 journalists write that foreign reporters are still being denied access to the territory outside of the rare and escorted trips with the Israeli military, which they say are strictly controlled. And every 4 years, an extra day, leap day, is added to the calendar due to Earth's orbit around the sun, taking approximately 5 hours, 48 minutes and 56 seconds longer each year. In South Africa, there are numerous enjoyable activities today, such as the Girls on Bike social ride in Johannesburg, the Leap Day Dusk Trail Run that is in Murati near Kulenhof in the Western Cape, and the Good Hope FM Big Breakfast 5-kilometer walk on the Sea Point Promenade in Cape Town. On the go right now, this with Stan Mars. It started at 6 a.m. It finishes at 9 a.m. Feel free to join in with the beautiful holistic transformational coach Claudia Skalkvik and professional runner Mike Obery as well. It is bound to be a chance to just celebrate the Leap Day and leap into action for a good cause, your health and wellness. That's it for news for now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's take a look at the sporting action, and Graham is standing by.
Well, speaking of the great escape, let's start with football. Manchester United will host Liverpool in an FA Cup quarter-final showdown. That was after both teams secured contrasting victories. So United, fresh off not the greatest run of form, they narrowly clinched a 1-0 win against Nottingham Forest, whilst Liverpool, fresh from their League Cup triumph, they relied on their young talent in a brilliant 3-0 victory over Southampton. Then additionally, Chelsea bounced back from their League Cup defeat to secure a 3-2 win against Leeds, setting up a clash with Leicester in their quarter-final berth, but a great matchup. Then we stay with footballing news, and Aitana Bonmati secured a 2-0 victory for Spain in the Women's Nations League final against France, adding to their World Cup triumph as well. So this win comes as Spain prepares for their first ever appearance at the Olympics in Paris later this year. That's quite a surprise. And despite challenges within the team, coach Montserrat Tomé led Spain to success, showcasing their dominance in women's international football right now. Now we turn to rugby, and World Rugby has now announced that South Africa will host the second instalment of the Women's 15 number 2, with matches set to take place over 3 weekends in September and October. So this follows the very successful hosting of the inaugural women's tournament in and around Cape Town in 2023. And additionally, Canada will also host Women's 15-1, while Dubai will host Women's 15-3 during the same time slot. And this is big. The tournament's promised to showcase the very best of women's international rugby, which has taken a quantum leap forward in recent years. We love the platform. Now, finally, we rounded with motorsport. I think many, certainly on the press side, were hoping for a bit more spice, but Red Bull team principal Christian Horner has been cleared of misconduct. That was following an investigation into allegations made by a female team member. So Red Bull GmbH have confirmed that the grievance has been dismissed. That was after an independent probe. And Horner, who has been with the team since 2005, denied the allegations and cooperated with the investigation. The new Formula One season gets underway this weekend in Bahrain, so just by the skin of his teeth, but they are through. And that's where we leave our sporting headlines for this hour. We'll touch on those headlines again at around 7 o'clock. Brand new day, brand new weather to take in, and I'm sure a few warnings that you need to take heed of.
Yeah, thank you so much, G-Man. We shall heed that warning, and especially when it comes from the SA Weather Service, who has once again issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms with heavy downpours, strong winds and hail, leading to localized damage to informal and formal settlements expected over the northern parts of the Northern Cape. Now, extreme high fire danger conditions are also expected over the Cape Winelands and the central and Little Karoo of the Western Cape, and in places over the interior of the Northern Cape, as well as the western interior of the Eastern Cape. Now, extremely hot and uncomfortable conditions are also expected over the central and Little Karoo of the Western Cape until tomorrow. Now, a heat wave with persistent high temperatures is expected over the northwestern interior of the Eastern Cape until Saturday. Well, from our weather news, we dive into our first sunrise view of the hour, and this one, Setting the Bar. It was sent by Herman Donaldson from Paternoster, and look at the shot, the way the colors are just blending in with the clouds. It's so seamless, it's so perfect, almost like a painting. We absolutely love it, Herman. Thank you so much for setting the bar and coming through with that sunrise view of the hour. Keep it coming on the number 063-408-8863, and hopefully we can share your view with the rest of the world. For now, though, let's share what you can expect when it comes to the temperatures on your side of town.
I didn't see a 40. Did you see a 40 there?
I didn't see if that's weird.
Small successes. We start with gratitude every day. Now the temperature's still pumping out there.
Yeah.
Stay safe and hydrated.
Please do. And the thing is, what we want to do is provide you with the hydration through knowledge. It's possible, trust me. You know, when it comes to your kids, you want to get them ready for success. You want to get them mobilized. And we've got Shanaz Moos here to give us a step-by-step look at how to get them ready, how to set them up, and how to make sure that they can handle the success coming their way, because it will come their way, by the way.
It will come their way regardless of us. I have a feeling this is going to be more about adjusting our own mindset than about adjusting our little ones. And then speaking of adjustments, well, Raul is going to have to make some physical adjustments to himself as he embraces a new activity, which is saying a lot for our reigning world champion. He's going to try his hand at ballet, and that should be fantastic. Amy Fenter is going to be joining us for that. It's going to be good TV, I think, Carl. Good
Yes,
TV.
it's going to be great, so make sure you stick around. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. It's great to have you. It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. You are live in S3, and from shaping future leaders to fostering resilience, we're delving deep into the world of parenting to explore intricacies around raising successful kids with registered counsellor, and I have to say this, our personal favourite, Shanaz Moos, is here to take us through. Morning.
Can we just take a moment to say how beautiful you look right now? No, stop.
Don't stop, don't stop.
Oh, sorry. No, we booked a full 5 minutes just to keep this going.
Yeah.
You look exquisite, and I can't wait to plug
you.
into you for this, because I know you've been through a journey with your own kids, a metamorphosis, if you will, in terms of how you yourself view yourself and the role that you play for your kids. As a parent, Carl, maybe
Yeah.
you can back me up here. I feel like
course.
I'm failing 99.9% of the time when it comes to the development of my kids.
Sometimes it's like failenting, not even parenting. You know,
I'm gonna use that one.
Please use failenting because that's. I mean, I feel it, but at the same time, at the end, like I have this mantra: like anything you do with love can never be the wrong thing.
For
So if you fail with love, it's
We're
going to be okay.
We're okay. Is it that? Does their success hinge on our success as a parent? Let's draw that first line in the sand.
Sure, you know, you're putting me in. When I saw the topic, I'm like, ooh, should I? Ooh.
Good luck.
Just jump in.
And I'm like, no, we got to have this conversation.
Yeah.
You got to define success.
Yeah.
And because I see kids in my practice from age 7, that's when you start grade 1.
Yes.
The world is failing children because the norm of success is too high. It's based on unrealistic and perfectionist standards for academic sport. Everybody wants the perfect all-rounder.
Aesthetic.
The perfect all-rounder, and kids are put on diets and things at a young age, and not for health, but for appearance. So when we talk about success, define what is success. My definition is a child who grows up, who likes who they are, who knows who they are, and goes after what they want. You know,
love that.
So that's success. So what does that look like? I didn't mention anything about achievements, but obviously if you're going to go after what you want, you're going to achieve.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Happy and healthy.
Well,
Happy and healthy.
I'm a middle child, all right? So there's... Oh, you're still a middle child. I should have known. That's why we vibe so well.
Yeah.
So as a middle child, you know, my older brother was a super academic. You know, he's very, very good. Thank you. Okay, there we go.
I went through that as well.
So,
don't worry, buddy.
so he is he's an architect, and you know he's that guy. My younger bro was a bit of a problem child, so needed a lot of attention. There was zero attention on me because that's a middle child thing. You know this, right?
Yeah.
But how important is it as a parent to make sure that you have your individual times with these kids to interpret success and also to show them the affirmations they need to obviously affirm the fact that they are valued when they do their thing? Because I do believe I felt a bit left out, so to speak, when the younger one needed attention, the older one is being lauded for academic success, and I was kind of like, I'm here too, guys. So how important is the alone time?
Yeah, the thing with just 1 second on forgotten children is the term used for middle children.
Thank you.
But the thing about middle children, we change the world. So Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King are middle children. Middle children change the world, so just feel good about that. I love that I'm a middle child.
Say less.
Maybe it speaks to give the child a bit more freedom to do their thing.
Yeah, we get away with a lot because we mediate between, but everything. The alone time is so crucial because when you as a parent prioritize your child over everything else, and they feel special, they feel validated, they feel valued. And what is the one thing we can't buy, no matter what app we download, no matter what we earn? Time.
Time.
Oh, for
And
sure.
quality time is a love language, which you guys know I love talking about.
yes.
So quality time fills children's cups. It helps their self-esteem and their self-confidence. It's amazing. And most parents are too busy to actually do that one thing. You have to diarize your kids. Like literally, I put my kids in my calendar.
Well, put them on the same level of importance.
Yeah, movies, a lunch, brunch. Yeah.
No, I absolutely love that. First of all, you both matter in the world.
Thank
have
you
great
so much.
impact, okay? You're not the middle child in this. I kind of feel now like the middle child in this conversation. I love the fact that one of my kids is so headstrong, you just can't falter. You know, the immovable object, unstoppable force thing comes to mind at least once a day. But she's going to need that. She's going to need that drive and that push.
Yeah.
How do you find a balance, though? Because life is about collaborative effort. It's about inspiring and getting the most out of others, but also standing up for yourselves and being headstrong and confident. How do you find a balance between self-confidence, which you need to foster, and the ability to be like water and possibly kind of bend and fit in?
Yeah, you're asking me a question. If I had to throw that back at you, how do you flow like water and still remain confident?
You try.
You try. So I think that's also the answer. Modeling what that looks like, you know, to our kids is so important. And we are the markers for what they will learn. So if you prioritize, you know, time for yourself and self-care, then they learn how to actually do that. Because when you have confidence in yourself, you value yourself and you do what's good for yourself. So as a parent, you can't speak it, you have to live it.
For sure.
And the thing with confidence is you know, with kids, it's an everyday moment-to-moment situation. In every moment, there's opportunities to build or break down your child. And if you aren't present and conscious, you could mess it up, or you could like hit it out of the park. No parenting for, what is it?
Failenting.
Failenting. Don't worry. No, I love that. And I think it begs the question, because a lot of people are like, don't coddle your children. Being conscious about your parenting is often the more difficult choice. It's about not just reacting. It's about taking a step back and following through in a manner that you would like them to follow on from at a later point. And it can be tough out there. So again, we stress, don't worry. You got this as a parent. You might feel like you're failenting at the moment, but you have this. We're going to continue this incredible chat in just a moment. Stick around.
Yes, we're going to continue that incredible chat, but it's going to get even more incredible because we are about to light up the Expresso stage this morning with a fun fitness ballet routine that yourself and your child can do in the comfort of your home. Now, we have a very special guest from the Des Moines Court School of Ballet who will be showing you just how easy it is to do exactly that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's give a nice warm welcome to Emma Fenter! Emma, what's happening? So as you can see, we have this little superstar right here on live TV. She loves dancing. She's going to teach me, hopefully, how to do some ballet moves, right?
Yeah.
What do you got prepared for us? Let's get straight into it because I think, Emma, I need a lot of work, okay, to look as amazing as you do. So what's the first move you've got for us? What are you going to teach us?
Pliés.
A plie. Okay, show me how a plie is done, and then I'm going to try to do it as well. Okay, show us what a plie looks like. Okay, so feet together, yeah? Whoa, and you got like a bend in the leg?
Yeah.
Okay, let me try that out. All right, so are my feet good? Do you approve?
No.
No. What should I do? Get it what?
Open your legs.
Open my legs like this?
Yeah.
Whoa, this is quite tough, actually. I can feel it on my legs. You're quite strong, Emma. Okay, so holding this, is this a plie? This is successful?
No.
No, what do I need to do?
Put your hands on your hips.
Hands on my hips, like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, this is quite tough to hold. Okay, is this a plie?
Yeah.
Yes, we got a plie. Okay, one in the bag. Thank you for teaching me that one, Emma. I see we've got some peeps that maybe are they joining us? Emma, we've got a little friend here.
I think that Ryle is not getting the moves right because he doesn't have a toot. And I got Ryle a toot. Is that okay?
Should I put that on, Emma?
We were looking for a purple one. I think it'll be great.
Oh,
yes,
no, okay,
sorry.
well, if Emma says so, then I'm going to have to, all right. Clearly, I'm not looking the part, Emma. We're going to have to do this one again, so...
That's perfect.
How do I look?
Yay!
Ta-ta-ta! Let's try that plie again. So you said, bend my legs on my hips. Voila. Clearly, I have the most incredible teacher ever. So thank you for that. All right. So I've learned how to plie. What else can you teach us today?
Sautés.
Sautés. Okay, whatever that means, I'm not too sure because I know ballet has some interesting language. But let's try it out anyway. Feet down. Whoa!
Wow.
Like a jump. Oh my goodness, do I have to get as high as you in the air?
Yeah.
So is it almost like a plie, right? We go down,
Yeah.
and then I've got to jump from here.
Yeah.
Okay, jump.
But pointy toes in the air.
I have to point my toes. Okay, yes, ma'am. So wait, show me again because I didn't see the point. How did you do that? Oh, wow. Okay, so while it's in the air, Okay, let's try this.
Nice. I should have had it.
Do you approve?
Yeah.
Yes, she approves. Okay.
Well done.
I've got 2 out of 2 so far. I know you got more to share with us. I just wanted to ask you, when did you even start dancing? Because it seems like you've been doing this all your life. That's how good you are. When did you start?
21-year-olds that I have on the side, definitely.
Last year? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Ah, nice. Okay, well, clearly I need to spend more time, but I think I'm really having a lot of fun. So let's go to exercise number 3, or let's call it move number 3. What is it called?
Sideways skips.
Oh, sideways skips. Okay. Do you want to show me how that's done? Because that sounds quite complicated.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it. Whoa, okay. So again, you're keeping your hands on your hips, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then do I just move like this?
No.
No? Okay, what do I need to do?
You have to pointy toes.
Oh, like this.
Yeah.
And then I can move over.
Yeah.
And then again.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's not that easy. Okay, let's try to put some speed into that. Yes? No? You approve?
Yeah.
Yes, Emma approves! Okay, maybe one day soon enough, I could probably even dance with you. I don't think I'll be that good, though, but hopefully one day. We can all dream, guys. We can all dream. And I hope, again, you are joining in with us and get the whole family involved right now. We're having fun. I believe you have one last move to maybe show us?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it? Let's finish off strong here. What's the last move?
Skips.
Skips. Oh, I'm scared. Show me what skips look like. Whoa, nice. Okay. I don't know if I can do it as elegant as you, but am I focusing on anything? Just skipping? Like this?
Point your toes in there.
Point my toes again. Okay, let me try that. If Emma says I gotta point my toes, you gotta point your toes, people. All right. Like this? No? Yes? Ah, she doesn't look happy. What should I do with my hands? Just throw them in the air?
No?
No?
Put it in on your hips.
Ah, you see, you gotta pay attention, people. Skip, 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 skip. What do you think, Emma? Am I getting it?
Yeah.
Yeah! I think officially, guys, we can say this has been a perfect session. Emma, you have come through. I absolutely love it. Give me 5. Booyah! And I'm pretty sure I'm going to see you somewhere on a big stage doing incredible things, entertaining people, because that was amazing. Maybe we can have some fun for this last round, put some music together, see if we can do all 4 moves in a row. Ooh, you want to try it? All right, she wants to try it. Let's see if we can get the DJ to put some tunes up for us, and let's get our ballet on. I'm gonna take your lead, okay? So you do the move, and then I'll try follow after you. Let's try to do all 4 together. So we're starting with that plie. You ready? Okay, on your lead. Plie. Nice. And then we've got another plie with a jump. Wow. Okay, next up, side skips.
Sideways skips.
Sideways, let's go. Yes! Nice. Let's go backwards as well. Let's go that way. Can you do that way? Nice! And then the last one, forward skips. Yeah? Pointy toes. I won't forget that one. Let's go. Yeah! Let's go back as well. Let's go back. Let's go back. Oh, yeah. Give me 5. That was absolutely incredible. This absolute champion over here showing me how it's done. Clearly, I have a lot of work to do to look as incredible as Emma does, but I can't thank you enough, Emma, for sharing all your secrets with us and allowing a lot of Mzansi to become as incredible as you are. So grateful for this, and a reminder, obviously, Panada is giving you and the parents the power to fight their children's pain so they can be at their best. And clearly, someone's already at their best right now, and pain should never keep a child down. And thanks to Panada, you can now help them alleviate their pain and get them to that normal routine in no time. And clearly, I'm out of breath. I've been put through my paces, and I've got to say, it's all thanks to this superstar over here. One last 5-5. You were amazing, Emma. Booyah! Yes, please.
New Panado Grape Flavor Syrup. Colorant, tartrazine, alcohol, and sugar-free. Giving you the power to fight their pain in a new flavor that is great. I mean, grape. It's a clear choice in fast pain and fever relief. Yeah. Absolutely grape indeed.
I'm smiling because that was so cute.
I think you need a daughter, dude. I think you need to be a girl dad.
I need to be a girl dad. You're so true. Oh, my word. That was wonderful. But of course, talking about dads and parenting, naturally parenting keeps us on our toes, a lot like ballet. So we've got Shanaz Morris, who's still here to give us some ideas to build self-confidence in our kids as well. Some activities that you should try.
And it can be just as practical as that.
Yeah.
Just dancing with your kids, doing a bit of martial arts, something like that. I love it. Then, of course, some very proud parents out there, like the teachers and most importantly, the pupils themselves at St. John's College. Why? Because they took probably the biggest literature prize in the country. Oh. They are the kings of lit, and they are just kids. And we're going to put them to the test on the other side of this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is going to be a heavy-hitting segment if the prelude was anything to go by, from instilling lifelong values, that core true north, to fostering independence. I think the major goal here, we're back with registered counsellor Shanaz Moose to discuss raising successful kids. And this is kind of how she makes us feel whenever we get a session with her. So hopefully we can transfer that through to our children.
We can, but let's start off. Before we get into activities that could build, self-confidence, I think that independence, the concept, is very important to start off with, because a lot of us, we love to do things for our kids. But of course, where does it go too far is the big question for any parent, because you get a lot of parents putting in the lunch for school, and, is that something that a kid should actually be taught to do by themselves? Where's the line there for independence, and how important is it to try and foster that definition in the home?
Yeah, I think that, it's so much easier as parents to just do everything and be done quicker. And do it properly. But all you do is undermine the child's sense of competence and confidence in anything. So if you're going to teach them a skill, you have to be patient. So if you want to say, let's make your own lunch, give them half an hour to make one sandwich. So if you don't have that kind of patience in the morning, then don't find other ways throughout the day when you're not as rushed But independence is a hard one. As a perfectionist mom and the helicopter mom, I want to hover and I want to make sure, and my youngest is 16, I'm still trying to, it's too hot today, don't wear that. So that control in what you wear and, it's a tough one to break, because we equate control with safety.
Yes.
For sure.
We control independence with danger. So if you're independent, I can't control your safety. Independence is a hard one, but it's like moment to moment. It's not one big, here we go, here's the key to the house, you're independent. No, it's small moments, giving children the feeling like they can cope on their own. Putting their own toothpaste on, small things.
I was going to say, because you can mitigate it if you just plan properly. And I think that's where a lot of us fall down, is we don't kind of preempt the situation. Give yourself the time, and that is a major thing. If you count how many times you tell your child to hurry up in a day, and you think you're well grounded, because yes, you are running late, always, if you've got small kids, but you are constantly making that the baseline narrative. Take a moment, but you've got to create the opportunity. That being said, how do we do that? What are some nice practical, we saw a beautiful exercise with young Emma Fenter, a brilliant ballerina, taking Ryle through a moment there. That speaks to independence. I mean, she's a young girl on national TV, leading a grown-up through an exercise routine. I mean, come on. Does it start with dance, maybe?
No, she was, what I loved about Emma, that she was so amazingly confident to tell Ryle that it was wrong.
For sure.
That was great to see.
And more than once.
Wonderful.
So for me, it's like, why shouldn't children call us out on... Because that's not how we were raised. You remember the slipper, Carl? Or the sloughy, or the ashtray, in my case, that flew across the room?
Pizza boxes, and in the 80s and 90s, pizza boxes were built different, right?
Or like cement boxes.
Exactly.
And the thing with activities is, like, how many people still read with their kids? They give them tablets and things. And I mean, I've got my sister's grandchild is 3. And everything's on YouTube. Every story, I've watched Goldilocks like 4,000 times in the last few weeks. Every story is actually a video. So that thing about sitting with them and connecting.
Letting them hear your voice.
And building the confidence in them and telling them that they're worthy, they're enough, that even I make mistakes, even I learn. I don't know everything. That you are always modeling to them what it looks like to grow themselves, because they are growing.
No, I absolutely love it. I was just thinking, because like often if I have a conundrum that I can't wrap my head around, I'll ask, especially my son, because we're very similar, I'll ask for his advice. And it's amazing how much he learns in that process, as opposed to me just preaching my preach.
That is wonderful. And I'm so glad you said the reading thing, because I think when kids model behavior, and I think when they start seeing these things in you and you start doing these things around them too, I think that's equally as important to show them how things are done and create interest. And then the interest comes both ways, because perhaps you're doing a bit of a building block piece and you're asking them, hey, how do you do this? I love that exchange. And it creates a trust in competence in the parent-child relationship. But let's just talk a little bit about, sort of decision-making. I think this is a big one, because, when my son started making his own lunch in the beginning, just saying the peanut butter was spread in a very different way. And
Are
in
you
that
sure this is the route you're wanting to go?
and so what you want to do is not break down confidence. You want to make sure that the decision-making is secured in them as well.
Yeah.
So what are some of the building blocks to try and foster that decision-making?
Yeah, but also, you know, if you've got a 4-year-old, you've got to bear in mind that your cognitive decision-making ability is very different to a 4-year-old's.
Well, sometimes not.
Okay, okay. So there's
You
like
were struggling to look at me there the whole time. You were trying to talk to me and you just you kept shooting.
Okay, you got me. Listen, so you got to take them through. You got to actually, I don't know if you've heard of problem solving. So some people only discover problem solving in a corporate setting when they go on some kind of self-development. But problem solving is what children should learn, which is part of decision making. And that you have to help them assess the situation, like what exactly is going on, and then brainstorm options. What options can I do, you know? What options are available for me? And when you're choosing an option after that, so it's a little bit of A, B, C, D, E, and you choose an option, like this is what we're going to go with. And then once you have your list, you're choosing. But remember, the child is choosing, not you. Then you're going to evaluate. So after they've chosen and they acted out or they live it, then you're like, how do you feel about... Then we go back to our choices. We don't have to start over. We go back to our list of options. Do you want to try something else? So we actually, that's what they teach in the corporate world, taking him through the decision-making process.
I mean, we sit here, every uber successful person that we interview doesn't see failure anymore because you need to fail at least 6 times to get to the right decision. There is no right or wrong decision. You make the decision that you've made the right one. That's how life works. Yet we keep going back to all of our baggage and all of our mistakes and wanting to shield them from that, which is perfectly natural because we're protectors, we are caregivers. Maybe that conversation, when we want to foster this kind of communication with our child, what does that look like? If we want to start this journey today and maybe speak those words to our child to get them, maybe it is around a particular activity, maybe it's about a big challenge that they are facing. What should we be telling ourselves before we go into that? Do we need to check our baggage at the door? Does it actually help us because we've got those learnings? How much of us do we need to invest in this process?
Yeah, I think that when we haven't really looked at ourselves, we are unconsciously parenting. And everything is about us and what we want, not seeing what is the child's ability, interest. Like, I mean, Emma's amazing at what she does, but she also loves it. If you had to change that aspect, she wouldn't be standing here today, confident and, you know, in her passion and in her skill. So this thing about what I want for you, who doesn't want a Springbok captain? Every father wants, am I right? But you've got to face what your child can and can't do and build them up. Acknowledge what their weaknesses are, but amplify the strengths. And that is where people struggle, because I have my view of what I want out of my child. I want a CEO, I want a physicist, I want a, you know, and all I have is a creative. I have an artist, I have a hip-hop dancer. I don't have a physicist. So it's about being realistic. And when you nurture children's natural gifts, it's an authentic way to grow. Because who doesn't want to do what they love and get paid for it?
Oh, completely.
Yeah, that's it. I love that. Thank you so much for all of the teachings. Shanaz Moos, you are a legend, to be fair. Thank you. And a middle child. I need to add that too. But there we go. Some bits and pieces of advice for you. Parenting, it is not easy. It's failenting. But at the same time, I can tell you that we are here for you, giving you all the tidbits that you require. Let's go to Joburg.
Got this.
Oh, yes, we are in Joburg indeed, and we are so glad that we are able to be in the greatness that is with us today. My friend, I am talking about absolute superstars. So look, have you ever heard of the Kids Lit Quiz? Well, you're about to learn all about it because we are joined by the St. John's College Prep boys who have gone on to do the impossible and who are going to go on to make us even more proud. I am talking about the kids that entered the Kids Lit Quiz, which is a literary quiz for the kids between the ages of 10 and 13 years old. And they don't just get to compete nationally, no, my friend. These kids went on to win in South Africa, which means that when they go and represent us in Canberra, Australia in July, they are going to be going up against the likes of Australia, Canada, Hong Kong, Indonesia, Nigeria, Singapore, Thailand, and the USA. Everybody, please give it up for our Kids Lit winners! Come on! And of course, we're also joined by our principal this morning, who is the fearless leader at St. John's College Prep Boys. Mr. Lala, how are you?
Very good, thank you. Very happy to be here.
Yes, and before I get to the superstars, I need to start with you because I feel like when we talk about people who are genuinely doing what the work is in terms of making sure that we have very literate young people, you are one of those people. But why is reading so important?
So for us in the South African context, and I think particularly at St. John's, reading is at the heart of our academic endeavour.
Yes.
And these 4 lads, of whom we are very proud, really epitomise that for us. It's not just about reading prescribed material,
yes,
but in order to have any success in this quiz, you've got to read extensively. You've got to read for pleasure. And there's a very clear correlation between reading and academic success.
Yeah.
And so we're very proud to be able to engender that in our school and hopefully pioneer something that I think should be commonplace in our country, really.
Yes. Yeah. And Mr. Lala, that means that I'm sitting with Einsteins here in front
Indeed
of
you
me.
are.
So I'm going to start with Einstein number 1 and Einstein number 2, which of course are Joseph as well as Daniel. Joseph, let's start with you, my love. When did you start being an avid reader, and who were the people that kind of allowed you to really want to read?
So I probably started reading properly in grade 3.
Oh, wow.
During lockdown, my sister read a Percy Jackson book and I also wanted to read it. And then I read the full series. And then I moved to St. John's.
Oh, wow.
And it just continued.
You read the whole series?
Yeah.
Starting light, hey, Joseph? Starting light. And what about you, Daniel?
I probably started reading properly in grade 2 when I took home a Harry Potter book.
Oh, wow.
But then during grade 3, or grade 4 actually, I read the Percy Jackson series, and it was very good.
Sure, guys, you are very good. I was reading Kathy and Mark and The Cat is in the Hat back then. So well done to you guys. But Sahil and Ben, let me come to you. Sahil, you first and foremost. How do you guys make time for reading? Because I feel like you also do sports. You also do all these other things. Where do you find the time?
So I usually read late up until the night.
Wow.
Because most of the time I get home late, I'd read until 8, 10-ish.
Mm-hmm. And for you, that's really nice when you're able to read before bed?
Yeah.
I love that. And Ben, let's speak to you. Where do you find the time, especially with all of the distractions? Is television not like a distraction or anything like YouTube?
Well, I guess it is, but reading has to be a priority. If you're in the Quizlet quiz, you have to prioritize it above everything else because we want to get through, we want to win. And same as Sale, I love reading before I go to sleep at bed because there's so much time that you can just use to read.
I love that. And guys, I can already see future presidents and ministers and everything here in front of me, which I love. But I want to come to you, sir, Mr. Lala, because of course, you know, we're talking about the kids' quiz questions that are set on the broad topic of anything ever written for children. So in terms of these examples, and I'm going to come to you guys as well, what kind of different questions do we expect in the quiz as well as the different categories rather even?
Well, the founder of the competition, Wayne Mills, calls it the sport of reading. And so basically it's anything that appeals to children between those ages.
Yes.
From fiction to mythology, anything that you can imagine, the children would be able to have an appetite towards reading. They can expect to find those questions in the quiz.
Sure. Okay, so guys, what were some of the categories that you had to get into when it came to the quiz? Let's start with you, Joseph.
So the first category that I really like is mythology, and then I like fantasy as well.
Amazing. And you, sir?
I think I also like mythology and fantasy, but I also like stuff that that's like mostly fiction.
I love that. And what about you, Sahil?
Mythology and a bit of magical books.
Yes, I love magical books as well. And take us home, Ben. What about you?
Well, I love classical literature like The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, and I also love magical books like Harry Potter.
I loved Lord of the Rings. You just made me feel so nostalgic. Oh, my goodness. Guys, I did tell you, but you guys were like a little bit shocked. We've got a Kids Lit quiz coming up for you, all right? So I need you guys to get ready because we're going to give you one right here on Expresso. And you, Expresso family, you got to stick around because it's going to be the very first Kids Lit quiz we are ever doing on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And honestly and truly, like I said, we have got leaders in front of us, those who are going to go on to represent us literally in the next couple of months at Canberra in Australia. It's going to be amazing, but don't go anywhere because we've got a whole lot on the way. And actually, Raul is standing by to tell us exactly what.
Thank you so much, milady. Yes, standing by, still dominating all things purple and shades thereof. Now, we're going to be diving into a lit quiz in just a bit, but as promised, as you can see, the beautiful Jenny Morris behind me is prepping up a delicious lactose-free meal, and it looks like the colors are absolutely on point. So what does that mean? That means you don't need to go anywhere. We'll see you straight after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, Expresso family, kuhlala kumnandi banani right here on S3. All in the name of making sure that you start off your morning the best way possible right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And as we come to you live from the Samsung showroom in Design Quarter in Johannesburg this morning, I told you we are in the presence of greatness. I'm talking about future leaders from the St. John's College Prep Boys School. And look, these guys are so bright. And this is why, guys, I have so much faith in you because we have our Kids Lit quiz coming up, right? But firstly, Mr. Lala, I know that you said with these gentlemen going and being the superstars that they are, going to represent us at Canberra in Australia, we have someone who is actually behind all of the success. Who is that person?
Absolutely. So a great culture of reading takes adults around boys, children, in fact, to nurture and curate.
Yeah.
And so we blessed at St. John's to have one of the best in the business, Nikki Salter. I hope you're watching, Nikki. We're incredibly proud of you and grateful for you. She does great, great work with children.
Oh, thank you to Nikki, because what are we if we don't mold these beautiful minds? 100%.
Absolutely.
So, boys, I am so excited. Are you guys ready for this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes. Oh, I'm a ma'am. I love that. Okay, so, guys, I'm going to ask you very quickly, and you must do it as quickly as you can. And if you know the answer, you go me. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's start with the very first one. Expresso's very first Kids Lit quiz. I mean, you guys already won the national one, so let's do this. Question 1. The character called Mrs. Tiggywinkle, written by Beatrix Potter, is what animal?
Me.
Okay, that side, your hand up went first. Yes? I forgot. Yes, yes. No, it's okay. You can.
Is it a hedgehog?
Yes, that's correct. Everybody, come on. Okay, question 2. Which book in the Alex Rider series has a South African villain, and what is his name? Does anybody know? Anyone?
Wait, I got this.
It's okay. Okay. Do you want to give it a try?
No, ma'am, I know this, but I forgot.
That's okay. So it's Point Blank and Dr. Hugo Griff, I would think, since it's South African. So question 3, you guys know this one. You all mentioned it earlier on. In the Harry Potter series, what was Weasley's Wizard Weezer's product did the twins test on Dudley Dursley, and what does it do? Does anyone know? You know what it does? Okay, you can tell us what it does.
It made his tongue grow extremely long, but I can't remember what the name was.
Yes! Does anybody know what the name was? Yes.
It was some sort of candy.
Correct. That's right. The Tongue Toffee. Yeah, lovely. Okay, let's go question 4. What happens to the caterpillar at the end of the book? The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Okay, let's give it to Sahil. Yes.
He turns from a caterpillar to a butterfly.
Yes, that is correct. And then let's go question 5, guys. In The Gruffalo by Julia Donaldson, why is the mouse not scared of or worried about encountering the Gruffalo? Joseph.
Because supposedly the mouse thinks that the Gruffalo doesn't exist, and the mouse just thought it up.
Exactly. That's correct. Everybody, please give them a round of applause. Boys, we are so proud of you. It is a huge thing to win nationally in your own country. But now you guys are going to go and win in Canberra, Australia. We already believe in you. So well done in advance, okay? And you need to come back and celebrate with us when you do win, all right? Beautiful. And you have a young, or rather a message for someone that you love. So into the camera, my love.
So, happy birthday. Love you.
Oh, everybody. It is always so beautiful to see young people not just take their future into their hands, but also genuinely leave a mark in terms of what others can look up to. And these young men have done exactly that between the ages of 10 and 13 years old. The winners of the Kids Lit Quiz in South Africa, going on to represent South Africa in Canberra, Australia. Right about now, though, we got Raul, who's doing a little bit of something there in Cape Town. Raul, what's up?
Yeah, a little some for the kids. I'm calling this a future celebratory meal that we're going to prepare when they take that winning crown out in Australia. But right now, this next dish checks a few boxes, right? It's a vegetarian, it's lactose-free, it's delicious, and it will look super, super impressive on the table. And today we are showing you how to make a red onion tart with a beetroot and yogurt sauce. Yes, indeed. It's all the fancy, but without the fuss. And the beautiful Jenny is here to show us how. How are you doing, Miss Morris?
Well, I'm very well indeed, and I'm very happy to hear that it's got lactose-free and it's kiddie-friendly, because I want you to put the pan on, my child.
For sure. Let us get to work, certainly. And I think let's just remind people that not only is this meal for kids, but it's something that you can make with kids as well. You can share the experience.
You can, because it's it's simple and easy. It's like painting by numbers. It's the color purple. I love it. So I'm going to put you this side.
All right.
You're going to make the dip. I just want to get these onions into the pan.
Okay.
Some olive oil, and I'm going to get my onions, just gently cooking. I want to cook them out very, very slowly.
All right.
I'm going to put a bit of salt now, because I want to extract any liquid, and that's in the onion. A bit of pepper.
And the salt adds to the effect. Okay.
Yeah, it kind of just brings it out. And of course, some thyme. We need lots of time with our children, especially when they've got little fevers and headaches.
Yes.
Of course.
And time and again, when I spend time in the kitchen with you, it is some of my best times ever.
Oh, I know. It's the fun. You're so funny today. I love it. But
Okay.
What I'm going to... Sorry, I'm talking over you now.
No, good. I just want to know what am I doing here, because this is quite easy so far. I just get to stand and watch you.
Well, look here. We're going to do... This is something that you must do with the kids, is cut it yourself.
Okay.
Your pastry, buy a roll of pastry, and then just do that. What I do love is that we're going to make this beautiful beetroot sauce. Purple vegetables are very, very healthy for you.
Yes.
Purple vegetables are really healthy for you. So I always like to find a way of actually incorporating them into a meal and hiding them in certain things.
Nice. But there's a nice sweetness to something like, let's say, a beetroot as an example, which almost has a fruity tendency to it.
It does.
But like you said, red fruits are incredible. I mean, in beetroot itself, I know it's got some natural vasodilation effect, so that's going to get the blood pumping. It's going to get you sort of like pre-workout ready. So again, this is like brain and energy food that the kids are going to love, and it's ticking all the nutrition boxes.
And a lot of children are lactose intolerant. Have you noticed? lactose.
More now than recently, I think, as well. It's almost as if the intolerances have increased, but so have our solutions. And that's exactly what we're talking about right now. So maybe I can remind you right now, Mzansi, because as we were just discussing, we are using some incredible products here. What we are going to be adding to this is something called the No-Lac, which is from Clover. It's a No-Lac plain dairy snack, and we're going to be using it in place of our normal yogurt. So the cool thing about this is that the sauce still has all that dairy-based creaminess that we need. You know, we need the creaminess, but just without any of the side effects for those who are lactose intolerant. And this hero ingredient, I think, is going to be perfect for what we're making right now. Kind of ticking the box when it comes to, like I said, all the things health related, but without some of those side effects that a lot of us get because of our intolerance to dairy. So what is going on here, Jenny Marash?
Did you see how I've reduced those onions? I brought them right down. I'm greedy. I like a lot of onion.
I'm on the same page as you. I resonate with that. These things just amplify anything as well.
Absolutely.
That caramelized sweetness that you get from it when it's prepared like this.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yes,
it's all flimming natural, and that's the part I love the best. Now, what I'd like you to do is just take one of these, and just follow what Mama does, and just push it down. Let's bring this closer, and just push it down.
It's like a little dome over that.
That's it. You do the other one as well. And then I'm going to just prick some holes into this because I want the pastry base to be deliciously crisp.
Crispy? Say no more. I'm here for the crisp. Okay, so we've patted that down.
And then we're going to just, because no one can see the bottom. Okay, let's just do some holes to just let the air escape. And then, of course, we're going to top these. This is the best part. My onions are ready. I'm going to just switch this off.
It's smelling delicious. I love the subtlety of that thyme. I didn't even think how much that would change the effect of an onion.
I know it does.
But preparing in this way, I think I'm going to start changing my onion styles.
Change your eating habits.
Yes.
So I want to touch this. You put garlic. Garlic, very good for your antibacterial.
Yes.
Antibiotic, antisocial, but we've got to teach people from young that it's
Do you know what's
very
crazy?
good for you.
My dad, and you know they talk about garlic having bad breath, but my dad would do chow like a clove of garlic every morning before work. I to this day am of the belief that this is why he's remained a little bit healthier than he should be. But weirdly enough, I didn't smell like garlic breath on him when I would get dropped off from school or something when he did have to actually drive me. So interesting one that.
There's a little tip they say that in the old days they should take garlic and swallow the whole clove because what happens is once you crush it, the compounds are going to come together and that's when it becomes the stinking rose. And but some people just react differently
That's
to
smart. That's
I could just pour this whole thing in, you know.
I know, and we wouldn't complain because, again, the creaminess coming from this and the fact that
I mean, look at this.
Dairy and yes, please.
Oh, Mama, I'm going to give you a whole lot.
Nice, I'm not going to complain about that.
Can I lick the spoon? All right.
So I can blend this up. We can fast forward over here because we're running a little bit out of time, but already on to the final steps. I'm going to get this mixed up. Boom, boom, boom! Look at the colors! Whoa!
It's delicious.
Guys. And voila, look at that.
Oh my goodness, I have a smoothie. It's a breakfast smoothie.
Oh, it smells fresh, it smells delicious.
Get a spoon.
And just so that we can quickly finish the final steps here, reminder, head over to expressoshow.com to get this recipe, Mzansi. Get the kids involved in it. Like we said, it's got all the nutritional boxes ticked, and especially if you may be a vegan, if you have a lactose in dairy. This is absolutely incredible when it comes to just giving us the energy and the health that we need. And as you can see, looking into the future, how do we finish these steps, just so we can remind them, Mzansi?
You eat and I'll talk. So all we do is we bake our beautiful tarts, tip them over, and cover them with the colour purple.
Nicely done. Simple as that. And fast one in the future. Whoa, this tastes
Say
good.
goodbye to nausea and cramps and say hello to delicious freedom with No-Lac's range of lactose-free milk and yogurt. Be free with lactose-free.
my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso here on S3. Just after 7 o'clock, let's take a look at your national headlines. The police headquarters building in Pretoria was evacuated yesterday after it was declared unfit for human use following an inspection. The trade union Solidarity says the building must remain closed until further notice, unless it's declared safe again after inspection. The union has received numerous complaints from police members about the condition of the building. These include broken lifts and air conditioning, dirty toilets and contaminated office spaces. The building was bought by the SAPS for almost 900 million rand 8 years ago and was to be renovated. Now, staying with police, they've confirmed the arrest of another suspect in connection with the murders of rapper Kiernan, aka Forbes, and his friend Tabelo Tibbs Motswane. The pair were shot and killed in Durban's Florida Road in February last year. The 30-year-old suspect was arrested yesterday. This brings the total number of suspects arrested for the murders to 7. 5 suspects are expected to appear in the Durban Magistrates Court today. Addressing the media yesterday, KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi said investigations had confirmed that AKA was indeed the main target. On to international news. Several NATO countries, including the US, Germany and the UK, have ruled out deploying ground troops to Ukraine after French President Emmanuel Macron said nothing should be excluded. Macron later said there had been no consensus on sending Western soldiers to Ukraine. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov has warned of direct conflict if NATO troops deploy there. Macron told a news conference on Monday evening, and I quote, "We should not exclude that there may be a need for security which then justifies some elements of deployment." A Zambian President Hakainde Hichilema says a US-backed project to connect Zambia's copper mines to an Angolan port offers the nation a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The project will link mining operations to the Atlantic Ocean port of Lobito by building new tracks in Zambia and connecting it to an existing railway in Angola. The US is supporting the refurbishment of the Angolan line by some $250 million. The Lobito corridor is central to the Biden administration's plans to secure access to crucial metals for the energy transition in Zambia while countering China's influence. And in a quaint Swiss town, a remarkable story has unfolded. 8-year-old Ashwath Kaushik, formerly from Singapore, has made huge waves in the world of chess by achieving a historic victory at the 22nd Bergdorfer Stadthaus Open. Ashwath outplayed Grandmaster Jacek Stoppa, etching his name in the annals of chess history as the youngest player ever to defeat a Grandmaster. Ashwath eventually finished in 12th place after losing his final game against international master Harry Grieve. Ashwath's journey into the realm of chess began early, nurtured by a love for the game by his family. And does he intend playing competitively? Yes, of course. Until I'm world champion. That's what he replied. Congratulations to him. That's it for the news for now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's take a look at the sporting action.
Thank you so much, Carl. Let's start with the FA Cup and see which pieces are still on the board as we move into the quarterfinals. Man United will be hosting Liverpool in an exquisite FA Cup quarterfinal showdown. That was after both teams secured contrasting victories. So United narrowly clinching theirs, a 1-0 win away against Nottingham Forest, whilst Liverpool, fresh from their League Cup triumph, of course, they relied on their young talent in the squad for that 3-0 victory over Southampton. Then additionally, Chelsea, they bounced back from their League Cup defeat in the final at Wembley to secure a 3-2 win against Leeds. And that, of course, sets up a clash with Leicester and their quarter-final berth. And great to see Newcastle through there as well, up against the Big Blue. It's going to be a great next round. And we stay with football now for another great performance. Atalanta Bonmati secured a 2-0 victory for Spain in the Women's Nations League final against France, now adding to their World Cup triumph and glory as well. So this win comes as Spain prepares for their first ever, surprisingly enough, first ever appearance at the Olympics in Paris later this year. And I think we're expecting big things. Despite some major challenges within the team, coach Montserrat Tomé has led Spain to success, showcasing their dominance in women's international football. And I think it's going to continue for some time. Now we turn to rugby, and World Rugby has now announced that South Africa will host the second instalment of the Women's 15 2, with matches set to take place over 3 weekends in September and October this year. So this follows the very successful hosting of the inaugural women's tournament in and around Cape Town in 2023. And additionally, Canada will host Women's 15-1, while Dubai will host the 3rd edition of the event during the same time slot. And the tournament's promised to showcase the very best of women's international rugby, which has taken a quantum leap forward in recent times. Now, finally, we turn to motorsports, and it seems like this particular narrative is done and dusted. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner has been cleared of misconduct. That was following an investigation into allegations made by a female team member. So Red Bull GmbH, they've confirmed that the grievance has now been dismissed after an independent probe was made. And Horner, who has been with the team since 2005, very successfully denied the allegations and cooperated with the investigation. And it now is behind him. And the new Formula One season, of course, gets underway this weekend in Bahrain. So he sneaks through by the skin of his teeth. But that's where we leave our sporting headlines for this hour. We'll touch on them again at 8 o'clock. Of course, the roads should be waking up as you head to work. Let's get you there safely.
Thank you so much, G-Man. Yes, a lot of you heading out on the roads this morning. Let's see how we can assist you. And let's start off in Germiston, Johannesburg. Now, there's congestion on the N12 westbound, and this between Giluli's interchange and Electron interchange. So as you can see from the visuals, you can definitely expect delays. So do allow for some more travel time if you're passing through this area. That's all the warnings we have for you this morning. So a reminder to just buckle up, stay safe, plan accordingly. And now let's head to the sky and see what's happening the latest when it comes to weather. Diving into weather news once again, and for once we have hands-on good news regarding water matters this morning. Yes, the city of Ekurhuleni says water woes for residents during power cuts will soon be a thing of the past, as they have commissioned backup generators at 21 water supply infrastructure sites. Now, the backup generators will be installed at reservoirs and pump stations to prevent water supply interruptions during load shedding and power outages. Now, the city of Ekurhuleni's MMC for Energy, Water and Sanitation Councillor Tembi Msane says the generators can run about 11 hours before they need refueling. Well, this is definitely promising stuff for those affected in this area. But for now, though, we dive into something even more aspirational, and that's our sunrise view of the hour. We set the bar this morning, and it looks like we're keeping it going. Ediana from Bloemfontein sending in an incredible shot. Looks like it's on the side of the road, but wow, the field, the color just before the sun rises. It's giving that promise of a beautiful day. And you know what? I'm going to go out and guarantee that it's going to be exactly that. Just stick around in your Feel Good Breakfast show, and we'll make sure of it. And keep those pictures coming. The number's 063-408-8863. For now, though, let's take another look at what you can expect for your temperatures on your side of town.
Now look, when we talk about the weather, the beautiful thing is the fact that whether it is raining outside on your side of life or the sun is shining, you can always be 100% sure that there is sunshine on your television right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So my friend, what is coming up over the next hour? Well, are you listening properly? We're talking about glitz, glam, fabulosity, darling. Those are all the words you can use to describe the gorgeous Tamara Day. And she's going to be blowing us away with her talent in the next few. And then we are also going to be 100% getting into something that is super exciting. We've been talking about it all morning. That's how exciting it is. Fernando is launching a brand new flavor, and you get to be a part of it, and that is why we're doing it together as an Expresso family. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a short break, but all of that and a whole lot more is still on the way right here on S3.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is an opportunity to meet one of the most incredibly talented individuals that I've ever met in my life. In fact, from the beginning of her career all the way until now, I've been the biggest fan. And this is Tamara Day that I'm speaking about. She is a singer, songwriter, DJ, known for her powerhouse club vocals and a high fashion, as you will see, energetic stage presence, and overall just humble nature. When you meet Tamara Day, you just feel like you're in the company of a friend, a best friend.
It's true.
You know what I mean? That's what she gives me. I'm feeling the energy now. Sorry, Raul. If you can feel that, it's emanating. Hi, Tamara.
Hi, bestie.
Yes, you see what I'm saying?
For the rescues,
It's official.
okay?
It's official.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
If you
Hi,
thought you were
Nicole.
coming,
Yes,
How are
good.
you?
Fantastic. Thank you for sharing your energy with us this morning. You can really feel it. It's
It's
real.
one of my favorite shows to do. You know, I'm
Yes.
a big fan of the show and always love the energy of on set, love the vibes.
Yeah.
And the opportunity to perform and catch up with everyone. It's just, yeah, so I'm very grateful to be here. It's lovely.
Look, are we even more grateful because, wow, it's been a year already?
It
yeah.
has.
It's only just beginning,
I've
but...
been a busy girl.
Busy, not even just locally, internationally as well. Let's talk about everything that's happening
Yeah.
because, we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah,
Firstly,
we do.
releasing a new single, Appetite, and that was with the new
Yeah.
German band, the Planetoids,
That's right,
Yep.
yeah.
Wow, firstly,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
so
so
we're
exciting.
branching out, we're working with
We
some
are.
big names. How did this collaboration even come about?
I actually ended up on talking at and performing at a music conference called Africa Rise Music Conference, and they had brought acts out from around the world.
Yeah.
And one of the acts they brought out was the Planetoids. And I was sort of, at that point, one of the only sort of artists doing this sort of new disco pop kind of sound.
Yeah.
You were seeing a lot of other artists like your Dua Lipas and a couple of other people dabbling in that genre.
Yes.
Sort of around that time. But I was dabbling in that. Anyway, long story short, this band jump up and play, and they are this like live new disco band. And I was literally like jaw to the floor.
Resonating.
Then they, while I was performing, were like on the dance floor with their hands out, just like rocking. And I got a call from them at like 9 o'clock the next morning saying, you know, in their very sexy German accents,
Yes.
can you please meet us in the studio in the next 45 minutes?
Whoa!
So I just thought, well, yes. And off I went. We bashed out a song which I'm obsessed with, which is Appetite, in 2 hours. had the best time. Like the chemistry was insane. And then I wasn't done with them, so I organised that they extend their stay, booked them into a guest house. We set up a studio, and we recorded a second single, which is called So Cool. Whoa. And they're dropping that on their side in Germany, and then obviously worldwide in April. So those 2 singles are ready to go. One is out, and the other one is dropping in a month.
It was
or so.
meant to be.
Just watch, so much fun, beautiful, incredible artists, and then obviously the plan is to get them back out here again. I've got plans to go to Europe soon and spend some time with them in Germany. I mean, I literally feel like I want to do like a whole project with them because we just worked so beautifully together, and I feel like we could literally bash out an album in a week. Like they're just phenomenal young musicians, and I was so inspired by their talent. You know,
go ahead. We're not going to complain if you do that.
I'm ready.
Just absolutely here for it.
So you, please, people must go check them out. They make incredible music. They only wear yellow. Which would have worked very beautifully with the purple today.
Would have worked.
I've done a purple lip, but I hope everyone can see it.
Yes, you can. It works well. I can only imagine that phone call. Hey, tomorrow, want to come to the studio? We have to make song, and then bah.
That's
now. Do it now.
Exactly.
Yes.
No, that was exactly
Oh
it.
my word, that's great.
Yeah.
But I have mad respect for you, not only because you're a musician, but you're somebody who diversifies, your portfolio. And you did a pro DJ course. Because, it's easy to get a controller and say, hey, I'm a DJ. But when you do a course, it means that you want to take it seriously and you want to honor the craft, which I love so much. How has that been going in the DJ scene? Because I'm hearing about, things. I think Dean Fuel told me about how amazing you are. So I'm just saying you have done so well. And I'm hearing this on the scene. Not only an incredible vocalist, a DJ. How's that been going?
Absolutely phenomenal. It just reached a point, I used to roll with Flash Republic back in the day, and I had my sort of crew, and I grew up in the DJ box. Like, I've been in that box for 2 decades. I grew up on dance music, but I was always on the vocals, and my mates were always playing the tunes. It just got to a point, Flash Republic isn't around anymore, very sadly. But I just kind of found myself sort of solo and out there, and I love working with a variety of DJs, but it was time to kind of take things into my own hands. And there was also music sort of in my scene up in Joburg that I wasn't really hearing and wanted to hear, and felt like I needed to be playing myself if I wasn't hearing it. And so really just building those sort of like, and being a part of bringing those sort of subcultures alive again in Joburg. Cape Town, the scene here is absolutely phenomenal. I wanted to basically DJ and sing for myself instead of sort of, sometimes having to hand my stick over to somebody who's like, I'll play your tunes for you. And then, because I've been rolling solo for the last couple of years. So it literally has changed my life. It has unlocked my creativity on another level. I'm going to be doing a production course next and producing and, essentially releasing music as a DJ. But it's been phenomenal. I've had some insane gigs. I played to a couple of thousand people at the Station on Brief First Thursday Summerfest. Open for Dean Fuel. That was phenomenal. Obviously, I've known Dean for years, but I'm obviously his biggest fan. And it's just, can I be honest, the warm welcome from the DJ community was surprising and really has been so appreciated. The support from fans, friends, the DJ community, like, I wasn't expecting that. I felt like people were maybe going to be like, come
another
on
one of those.
But I'll tell you this, I've been working my off. I realise I can't say that word.
Good censoring.
To do this, I kind of thought, well, I'm starting late in the game. I have to become an amazing DJ very quickly. So I've really, really invested on another level in getting my skills to a pro level as quickly as possible. Wow. And then the rest you're kind of learning on the job. It's all about the experience. And so, what I lack in experience, I definitely put in preparation. But what an amazing journey. I'm so grateful to be on it. It has given my career new life. It's given my songwriting new life and my production. I'm just getting warmed up.
Just getting started.
And I am loving playing literally like my favorite beats for people who are loving it as well. It's not just now about me and my music. It's about so much more. And I never really had the opportunity to experience that before. Now I'm getting to share my favorite bangers with a crowd that are just, just so into it as well. And throw a couple of my tunes in there as well. And it's like, and I'm dabbling in a bunch of different genres. I'm playing Afro-tech, I'm playing techno,
This is
melodic techno, like indie dance, dark disco, playing with all these genres that I've loved over the years, and dabbling with the new genres that are happening now. I mean, it's like, why didn't I wake up any sooner? But you know what? Everything at the right time.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, you know,
I actually wanted to come and play for you today, but it was logistically. So next time I'm on the show.
Look,
you can sing for us now, right?
Oh, I would love to.
We're not even
let's
disappointed
do
because,
it.
yeah, let's do exactly that. So let's
next time,
have you make your way over and you can get ready to perform right now.
In between all the breaks, you can cut to me. I'll be there.
Yes!
Carl's going to be busting it
course,
down. Like,
you know me well.
It's going to be a vibe.
Well, listen, tomorrow, I believe you have a performance happening right now. So
Yes.
we'll let you get to that so long while we just reminisce on your energy. So you can make your way over
Thank
to
you.
Yes, go,
our
go, go.
entertainment front. And I'm going to just sit here and think about the fact that this woman is literally embodying the energy of, I call it a magic carpet. It's skill on the carpet as she goes around with this carpet. The carpet oozes out creativity, and it just keeps on getting better and better as she navigates this world of entertainment. She just floats through
magic
with ease.
carpet, okay.
Yes, bro, that's what it feels like. You know what I mean?
Sure, in that case, we can show you the world tomorrow day on Expresso. It's happening now. Check this out.
Some beautiful vocals by Carl over there. This is Appetite by Tomorrow Day and the Planetoids.
What is on your mind? What is on your mind? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What is on your mind? Hold your tongue, hold it back. Just close your eyes and throw it back. Take your body to the limit. So baby, put you back into it, yeah. So fly, you freak, fly high. Baby, we can go all night. Don't hide yourself. Tonight, you should feed your appetite. Ride it like an elevator, up and down the escalator. Push that button, going up. Take me to your mountaintop. What is on your mind? What is on your mind? Yeah, 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 yeah. What is on your mind? 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 So fly, you freak, fly high. Baby, we can go all night. Don't hide yourself. Don't hide yourself tonight. You should feed your appetite. Meet me in the parking lot. 11 p.m. at our spot. I'm gonna see you later. You've been on my mind. You take me to the limit. You make me feel so high. You shoot me into orbit, straight out of space and time. Ooh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So fly, you freak, fly high. Baby, we can go all night. Don't hide yourself. Don't hide yourself tonight. You should feed your appetite. So fly, you freak, fly high. Baby, we can go all night. Don't hide yourself. Don't hide yourself tonight. You should feed your appetite. Thank you.
Funky, too funky!
Love is smoke and mirrors, all your sweet little lies. The only one that you're fooling
Can you take a bow, please, Tamara, please? Oh, my word, you are phenomenal. You are sensational. We love you. And also those 2 songs for the Planetoids. She was Appetite. Have an appetite for a song that's so cool. That's why she named them those tracks. Amazing, Tomorrow Day. Thank you.
You know, right now, Carl, I'm feeling so grateful.
Really?
I'm feeling so grateful. My heart is just exploding with gratefulness. Okay, there is something very special coming into our studio. You might have guessed it, maybe not. It will be revealed. Panado have a brand new baby coming into the world, and we're going to introduce you in just a moment.
Oh, indeed. No guesses as to what it might be, but it's got something to do with this color. But of course, don't go anywhere, Mzansi. We're still going to be diving into the Smile Foundation, and it's a dose of care like no other. Harmony has us in our feels, and you definitely want to stick around for this one. Don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. And if you're wondering about the color scheme today, it's finally time to reveal. When it comes to our kids' health, it's not often that medication for children meets parental peace of mind. And today, we are very excited to welcome Panado Grape, a new addition to the Panado family that is colorant, tartrazine, sugar and alcohol-free. It's the clear choice in the power to fight pain. And here to tell us a bit more and discuss this exciting new addition to the Panado family is the Panado brand manager, Taryn Correa. Hi. Welcome.
Hi. Thanks so much for having us. It's absolutely grape. I mean,
okay. I see.
I see you've been loving the grape puns.
There's not been grape, but we've never used a grape pun ever. Seriously, I heard that via the grapevine. Anyway, so basically, Panado's consistency in this particular market, so to speak. I mean, we all grew up with Panado, and now, you know, we've been used to that, the flavors that have come through, and obviously the original. But I think now is a great time, grape time, to talk about grape coming into the mix, which is just something that is exciting. And I'm as excited as when a new flavor of, you know, a soft drink comes out. That's how excited I am about this So grape itself, the time is now. Tell me about this particular launch and why this is such an exciting time for you as Bernardo.
Well, we're very excited to be launching this new flavor that is great. No, I mean grape.
Thank you.
So when it comes to our kids and treating pain and fever relief, we know they've got very specific needs.
Yeah.
So as a trusted brand, Panado is really looking at our consumer needs and offering a new flavor. And what's amazing about Panado grape flavor is, like you said, it's colorant, tartrazine, sugar, and alcohol-free. And it's really giving our parents, caregivers, the power to fight their children's pain from and fever relief. So we're really excited. It's taken a while to get here, but we're just delivering on our consumer needs.
You always do, but I think let's talk about product development, because naturally you could have chosen any flavor. You chose grape. There's got to be a reason behind that.
So we know from a category perspective, when it comes to pediatrics, it's all about innovation and taste. So with that in mind, grape has been launched because it delivers on those two, taste and innovation. And it's really about offering our consumers this portfolio. So as you know, you've said, we've got the original, which is peppermint, we've got strawberry, and we've got now this great flavor. And what makes it really unique is that it's colorant-free. So it's a clear choice in pain and fever relief. And as with our other flavors, it's alcohol, tartrazine, and sugar-free.
This is incredible, and we're very excited about it. I mean, clearly you can see this is why we wore the colors, because we're having a great time today, and we really wanted to make sure that you feel welcome, and we welcome grape in the right way. But let's talk about some age recommendations for using the product, and perhaps you can give us a bit more insight into the dosage recommendations around paracetamol for kids.
So I think let's just take a step back. So Panado is a medicine. So before, as a parent, you do anything, you need to read the packaging insert around the dosage recommendations. And if you are worried about your children, then you do need to consult your HCP or your healthcare practitioner. When it comes to kids, it's a little bit more complicated because you're dealing with two variables. So you're dealing with age and weight. And because I'm not an HCP, it's really important to follow the guidelines that are delivered by your doctor or your pediatrician.
Thank you. Great answer. That was a curveball, but you know, you're most welcome. I love it. But I think it's important to note in terms of like parenting, parents and supporting the choices that they make with regard to administering this type of medication to their kids. Overall health with the launch of grape flavor, it's very exciting. It kind of adds to our parental repertoire of what we give our kids, especially when we, because I know that Panado is the first line of defense when it comes to, you know, pain and fever, and this is why we love it so much. But, you know, just in some closing comments, and now we have a new weapon in our arsenal to make sure that our kids are 100%, and I think that is indeed the grape flavor.
You know, I think life is really, really busy.
It is.
And when our kids get sick or they have pain and fever, as you know, it impacts them and it impacts the entire family. So what we're doing is Panado, like you said, giving you the arsenal to provide pain and fever relief, and allowing us to actually get back to what's really important in life, and ensuring that we deliver on the pain and fever relief. And like you said, it's a new addition to the family. And Panado, as a trusted brand, really caters for the whole family.
I know this is very strange to say, but I actually can't wait to taste this. I really can't.
Jenny actually said to me earlier that she also wanted to taste it. But
yeah, I think what excites me is the next headache. So I'll get there eventually. But congratulations on launching what is quite a dynamic and a really great product. I know for a fact that Panado always delivers as it is, peppermint, strawberry, but to introduce grape is a very, very exciting time for you and of course this brand. So thank you for bringing it to our tables. Thank you as a parent. I want to say thanks for adding another dimension to what's in the medicine cabinet, because it's very exciting. Also, if I look at the color purple itself, there's something about it that's quite calming, but at the same time fun. So when a kid sees that coming out of the cupboard, I know for a fact that it's going to be greeted with something different. And I think with kids, they always want something different. So well done to you guys.
They do want something different, but let me just point out, it's a clear choice because of the benefit of it being colorant-free. It's not purple, the liquid. Yes, so on the box it's purple, but that's the benefit that we're going for, and that's what makes it unique. So it is about purple, but it's a clear choice because it's colorant-free.
That's it, a clear choice. Let's hold that there for a second. But congratulations to Panado. And Taryn, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for everything.
What a phenomenal way of welcoming a new member of the family, Panado Grape. It is now available. Now, the health of our families is indeed our wealth. And thanks to Panado, you have the power to fight your children's pain with another flavor that is great. I mean, grape. Keep on doing that. Panado is giving you the chance to be one of 3 lucky winners to win 2,000 Rand and the hashtag Power to Fight Pain. Here's how to enter.
New Panado Grape gives you the power to fight their pain in a great new taste that's free from tartrazine, colorants, sugar and alcohol. This 29th February to the 1st of March, celebrate the launch of the new addition to the Panado family and stand a chance to win cash prizes of 2,000 Rand. Answer the questions in the Panado post on Expresso's social media pages using hashtag PanadoSA and hashtag Power to Fight Pain. T's and C's apply. Panado Grape, a clear choice in fast pain and fever relief.
Oh man, didn't we tell you that there were going to be exciting things happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show? I absolutely love it. And look, it continues. Because my friend, at the end of the day, we may all have different stories to share, but one thing that is universal indeed is a smile. And it is one that brings us guaranteed kindness in terms of us spreading it. So when we talk about exciting things, we are talking about the fact that our fave Harmony got to be out and about with the Smile Foundation, all in the name of sharing a special dose of care. And honestly and truly, it is truly great to see someone smile. Check this out.
We're about to discover the transformative power of a smile. Today, we're joining hands with Panado to share a dose of care in support of the incredible work being done by the Smile Foundation as they bring hope and joy to so many South African children living with facial conditions. So tell me, I want to find out about the creation of the Smile Foundation. What is the inspiration behind it?
The Smile Foundation arose from a call out to Nelson Mandela 24 years ago, where a very tenacious young mother tried to get hold of him because she had a daughter with a very rare syndrome where she had total facial paralysis. And they successfully operated on little Tando. And she was the inspiration for Smile Foundation, which now has extended its surgeries for kids with other abnormalities like cleft lip and palate and scarring from burns. The Smile Foundation brand is this unbelievable brand where you mention it and it makes people smile. Yeah. Recently, because of the government budget cuts in terms of their healthcare spend, the hospitals themselves are really struggling. And that means that there's a huge backlog of operations that need to take place. And so they are leaning more and more on the Smile Foundation to help them out.
Dr. Tendo, what motivated you to get involved with the Smile Foundation?
I was introduced to Smile Foundation when I was still training as a registrar at VETS. They used to come support the surgeries that we do. And because we had limited resources in the public sector, they usually give us the much needed contribution of resources that we need.
And how does it make you feel when you put a smile bite on the faces of your patients?
Seeing their mothers smile again, seeing their mothers thanking us, and just looking at the children, the confidence it gives them, and knowing that we have unleashed and unlocked a whole future in front of them is what makes us smile. And this is an organization that I'll partner with for life to ensure that we deliver on this mandate.
My biggest highlight is definitely getting to play with the children who have been supported by the Smile Foundation and seeing how happy they are. I mean, their lives have been changed for the better, and I don't even know if they really are aware of it, but their parents sure are, and their community sure are. And so all these lives that have been impacted by just something as simple as a smile, that is really a highlight for me. It's been quite an incredible journey for you and your daughter and your family as a whole. What has the impact of the Smile Foundation been on you?
I can even cry now. The Smile Foundation has done the very good job for me and my family as a whole. And my baby, oh wow, this is a miracle.
Before the Smile Foundation stepped in, what were some of the challenges you were facing?
I didn't have money, I didn't have anything. I had no idea about cleft lip and palate. So people were looking at me like, you know, Then I met the Smile Foundation. Then Smile Foundation took over and made everything okay.
So how has the Smile Foundation helped you and your family? And what are some of the challenges you faced?
Yeah, I was worried. I don't want to lie. I was worried, and my worry is that will he be able to talk? But if you go to those hospitals, you will find them. There are so many children, and I think I got relieved when I saw so many children who are so cleft. But when they told me no, he's going to be fine, they do operations or stuff. Yeah, that's when I became relieved, and then everything, we took it from there. Yeah.
And that's when the Smile Foundation
That's
stepped
when
in.
the Smile Foundation came in.
It affects everybody, a condition like this. And so we have psychologists and social workers on the ground. We have a project called You Matter. We also have Cleft Friends, where the mothers of cleft palate children come together and they help other mothers who are going through that to understand what to expect from the surgeries and what to expect after the surgeries.
I see now there are smiles all around. What words of encouragement would you have for people who are facing a similar struggle and feel like they're alone?
Love your child, support her or him, be there for him or her. There are also people out there to help you. You're not alone.
Children are our greatest gift, and you have given them the tools to conquer a bright future with confidence. I'm happy to announce that Panado is giving you a dose of care of 5,000 Rand to continue your great work at the Smile Foundation.
Wow, that's amazing.
Terry, what does this dose of care mean to you and your team, and how does it help you continue your great work?
Well, it's really important to align with an organization like Panado because they're in the business of relieving physical pain, and that's aligned with the Smile Foundation, which relieves emotional pain. So the money we'll use to help parents get to these hospitals and these areas where they do the operations. We'll support them with their transport, their accommodation costs, and feed them, so that because they're integral in the emotional support that's needed around these life-changing surgeries.
Every smile created on the face of children is a testament of love and compassion. In a world full of challenges, be the reason behind a child's smile.
Man, honestly and truly, at the heart of every South African is ubuntu, which is why it doesn't ever shock me when we get to see such kindness being spread, but it is always so heartwarming and so inspiring to see it. And this is why, Expresso family, we are challenging you today to go out and share your dose of care in the best way that you know how, whether it is a stranger or to someone that you love and know oh so well. Please do, because at the end of the day, that is what being South African is about. Now, speaking about what we are going to be getting into, we are going to be 100% doing the things that need to be done here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. First and foremost, there is a recipe, my friend. Isn't there always? You know, we like to cook here, and we know that you love the recipes too. So let's look at what's on the menu. Delicious sparkling jellies with grapes. My friend, I think it's something we all deserve, especially because we're having such a grape morning, you know what I mean? Also on the way, though, we're having very incredible conversations, because at the end of the day, we do need to know about this, which is making informed decisions when it comes to your children's health. Make sure you don't go anywhere. There's a whole lot still coming up right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back, you beauties. Life might have changed. We know this. That's the nature of life. But the medication we use to combat pain and fever has been a trusted partner to every parent, myself included, every caregiver since the very beginning. And we're about to take you back in time right now to see which memories it unlocks. Let's take a little gander at this gem.
On Tuesday, Timmy had a fever.
Yes, and I didn't feel so good. Mummy called the doctor.
And he recommended Panado syrup for children.
That's because I'm a children.
When your children suffer from fever or pain, they need Panado syrup, used by more South African pediatricians for their own children than any other analgesic. Its fever-breaking formula really works, so give your child pleasant-tasting Panado syrup.
I feel better now. That's what this picture's all about.
Oh my goodness.
I'm taken back. Remember that line, that one line? I remember repeating that in class in primary school. Because I'm a children. I was taken there. Wow.
It's actually crazy to me because you kind of feel, I can remember these moments where I've lent on Panado from a fever perspective, where it's been that when you are desperate, you're clutching. I can remember being stuck in another city, in another country, not having slept for 2 days. My boy is throwing up. It was a nightmare situation. What did I lean on? My Panado, which was the same thing that my mother lent on with me. That is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing.
The peppermint flavor of Panado, I recall that because even when I taste it now, I'm still taken back to those times when I was feeling ill. And there was something about the flavor where I knew going in, it was going to make me feel better. I feel like the psychology of the flavor got to me before the actual medication.
No, completely, because you knew that it would work.
Yes.
So on behalf of all the parents whose kids are picky eaters and they will still take this because it makes all of the difference just for bringing the fever down. For me, the amount of times, thank you, thank you, thank you. That is crazy. I hope my kid has the same moment 30 years from now with grape flavor, because he loves grape.
So, I mean, the grape flavor being added to the cabinet, and I was chatting to the brand manager, Taryn, a little earlier, but what I like about it is that it's something new.
Yeah.
And I think when you pull out something new for a kid, it's always quite, I'm going to say, exciting. I know the circumstances would be pain and fever, but I think that it's quite surprising because it's a clear choice. And you bring it out and you give them the flavor, it's kind of like, hey, what's this?
Wow, I'm actually enjoying it.
And it's also going to make me feel better. And I think that is another thank you to Panado for that innovation in flavoring.
Dare I say, you just say, it's time for your treat. Babe, it's time for your treat. Let's just do it, man. And it does make a massive difference. If you think that little people can be complex and quite difficult at the best of times, at the worst of times, it is a very unforgiving space as a parent. So thank you so much, Panado, for giving us these tools and a new quiver, bow in that quiver or quiver in that bow.
Yep.
Absolutely awesome, man. Awesome, awesome.
It is a great, it's nice to reminisce. And I think the one thing that lingers for me as well is I really want that ad to come back on TV, that because of my children. I just want that to come back at least once so that, our kids can see it and they can see what the ad was. There was like the pivot of hope for us, especially when it came to pain and fever. Wow.
I would love to connect with that kid now. To find out if he's got kids of his own, because surely he must be that age now, just about. Without a doubt, the cutest kid in the country.
Yeah, if you are that kid, we'd love to have you on Expresso because we want you to go straight to camera and say, because I'm an adult.
Oh,
it would
please
be
be
nice.
like Faf de Klerk or something, please. Can I dream?
What if
Can I
that
hope?
kid is one of our national heroes? What? That'd be incredible.
Oh, I'd love to find out the nostalgic dots that are being connected here, because this is universal. It doesn't speak to a brand. It doesn't speak to a product. There is a reason why pediatricians lead on this when offering that trusted advice to parents, because it is trusted and it is proven. So thank you so, so much. Love this, man.
It's also a clear choice. Well, yeah, it's grape, sorry, but it's a clear choice. Remember, sugar-free, alcohol-free, tartrazine-free, and you'll see it's about that flavor and the taste, and you have a new weapon to make sure that fever comes down and that pain is alleviated in your home. It is Panado Grape.
New Panado grape flavor syrup, colorant, tartrazine, alcohol, and sugar-free. Giving you the power to fight their pain in a new flavor that is great. I mean grape. It's a clear choice in fast pain and fever relief.
I'm loving everything about the show this morning, and it's just going to get better because we're heading back into the kitchen. And as you have probably figured out, a lot of this is themed around our kids too. And sometimes children can be fussy, especially when it comes to giving them medication. So if you're that parent that's been looking for a different flavor, then look no further, as you've heard, because thanks to the innovative team at Panado, you have a grape-flavored syrup option. So a lot to celebrate, and we're going to show you how inspiring this is for us, because we're going to whip up a delicious and fun sparkling jelly with grapes, and that's for the entire family to make together, courtesy of Panado. And we're not joined by only Jenny Morris, but the beautiful Tamara Day is also in the kitchen. We're putting her to work, seeing how many other skills she has, apart from DJ, writer, dancer, singer, you name it. The list clearly goes on.
Thank you. I'm ready, but I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to put me to work.
What
do I need to
for your supper?
I'm gonna probably rather sing than cook. No, I can't cook it. I must be right here.
All right,
Tell me what
well,
to
let's
do.
dance around and shift around.
Sweet.
All right, well, we're making sure that...
I'm still learning. I'm still learning.
Bringing flames to the kitchen.
Am I
Tamara.
all right to keep my gloves on while we do this? Is everyone okay with that? You know, I've got to keep the glam going, even though we
keep the gloves on.
don't usually cook at home with these, but what is this?
This is called gelatine.
Oh, okay, stunning.
Very, very good for your hair, your nails, and other parts of your body.
Perfect.
Right, stir, darling.
Thank you. We're doing this, bringing a bit of glamour to the kitchen this morning with all this beautiful
I need to upgrade
purple.
my kitchen gloves as well. You might be starting a trend here tomorrow.
Listen.
So now what we're going to do with this boy tomorrow, look at me. We're going to put him to good work.
Okay, good.
This is an egg white. This is an egg white. It's been separated.
Okay.
I want you to whip it up, baby.
Whip it up. Just as fast as I can?
No, not really. I don't want meringue. We don't want meringue. I get excited.
Slowly.
I mean, because I like feeling his biceps. I keep him going and going.
Oh, my
but I
goodness.
just want to break the egg up so that these beautiful grapes are going to cling to it. And what you do tomorrow is you're going to take that jelly and it's going to dissolve. Okay.
She's taken a while,
Yeah,
but
she's
we've got a little bit.
all good
She's
things
going,
take
I
time.
see her.
All good things take time. Let me see. Come on, a little bit more than that.
A little bit more, okay, all right.
Can you do with this arm?
Anything you wish.
I want to see.
At your service.
Look tomorrow, look.
It's very flirty in this kitchen this morning.
I love it.
It's always
I'm
hot in the kitchen tomorrow.
I'm blushing.
I wanted to ask though, do you find yourself, considering the fact that you're doing so much in a day and more, collaborating, writing, how often do you find yourself in the kitchen preparing food? Do you even have time for that?
Often. Listen, I'm a single mom, Joel, so
Okay.
yeah. You know, I think it's hard for people to comprehend that, but when I'm not working, it's family.
When
like
are you not
24/7.
working? That's my other question. Because it just
That is a point, and those two worlds do overlap quite extensively.
Okay.
But no, family first for me, and all the work is obviously for the family. In the end at the end of the day, you know. No, I spend a lot of time at home. My mom is with us as well. When I'm not around, she'll handle the cooking, but otherwise I'm doing it. I don't get much time to do the exciting stuff like the baking, and I used to do that a lot, like when I was, you know, years back when I had a bit more time on my hands. But also we do a lot with my daughter. We have a lot of fun in the kitchen together, you know.
She would love doing this with you.
Yes. What have you got on those grapes?
So
Are you rolling it in sugar?
Yes, I'm rolling it in
Rolling them
sugar.
in sugar.
I'd like to do a little roll in the hay. Here we go.
She would love this. She would absolutely love this.
And then you freeze them.
Okay.
You freeze
and
them.
it's a little sneaky snack.
It's a lovely, healthy, sneaky
Healthy,
snack.
sneaky snack. We
There
love
we
a
go.
little-
Keep going. Keep
and
going.
you know how kids love. She is melting very
Is
nicely
she
now.
melted?
I think almost. We've got a little bit left.
I know you've got to keep that going. Shake it, darling. Shake it. The
going.
whole body. Shake the whole
body.
thing.
Shake
There
it.
we go.
Shake
Shake those
it.
grapes.
Shake it. Shake it.
And then all we do is we take these and we pop them into the fridge. And what I like to do is just open freeze it so that they're
Yes.
single. And then you pop them into a bag.
Okay.
And they make beautiful, like you say, it's a beautiful snack. You know, it's a
Yeah.
lovely frozen
Kids
lolly.
love
I
that
mean, just on their
ice-cold
own, that
vibe.
is absolutely perfect, but it doesn't stop there because you are elevating this one. And while we do, I want to just remind you, Mzansi, about the fact that we are talking about this incredible theme, the incredible new flavor. And if you aren't figuring out this yet, we're talking about Panado, obviously, and it gives the parents the power to fight their children's pain now with the grape flavor, which is why we've got all the purple going on. It is a great alternative for parents who want medication that is alcohol, sugar, colorant, and tartrazine free. So a little bit to celebrate there too. So what are you waiting for? This is an opportunity to not only get involved in allowing your child to have more time with you, but more pain-free time too. And that means spending time in the kitchen creating memories. That's what it's about.
Totally. Now, I don't want a memory of a broken glass. So here's a little safety tip for you. Let your, that stuff, jelly,
Oh, the
cool
jelly
down.
makes cool down,
And
okay.
then here's the tip. When you pour it tomorrow into the glass, you don't want to mess your glass up because, you know, it's always like battling to get it clean. Just pour it off the back of a spoon.
Very clever.
Otherwise, I put a funnel in there and I just keep lifting the funnel until I get it to the level I want.
Okay.
But this is still a little bit too hot.
So obviously putting this in now would possibly crack the glass. That's
Yeah.
how we're not actually doing it.
But we have one already made, as one does. Bring it.
Nicely done. Well, let me
and
grab
it's
these
looking
because they
gorgeous.
look... Oh, and the jelly's set perfectly.
I thought these were cocktails, but then I realized these are for the kids, not for the adults.
Who says
Can the
children-
adults also enjoy this?
Children can have cocktails
Tomorrow
too.
you could think of an adult version to create if you had a few more
I
ingredients.
think I could.
Well, listen, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you again, tomorrow, for joining us in the
Thank
kitchen.
you for having me.
Proving
Ooh,
that
can I
you
taste
are,
it?
yes, please,
It
multifaceted.
is for adults too.
Multi-talented, and I'm going to add
And
juggler
it
to
looks
the mix
beautiful,
as well.
and I'm loving the garnishing.
Well, while she tucks into that, let me remind you, obviously,
Loving
having a
it.
trusted partner to help you on your parenting journey puts the power to help your children in
Now,
your
try one of
hands.
each
Now,
one.
Panado, the widest pediatric flavors and formats for a pain and fever relief in South Africa, and it's everything that we are celebrating right now. And I think, without further ado, officially, do we cheers on this? I think we
Why
can.
not? And
Let's
look
try it out.
You've got to look deep into eyes. Well, I can't do any cheers. Look deep into my eyes.
Eye contact, eye contact.
There we go. Eye contact. Into the eyes.
Oh, now I'm going to
everyone.
eat this. We can't drink it.
Your Feel Good Breakfast Show continues right here on S3, which means that we're still serving you up some breakfast that you deserve on a Thursday morning. And that, my friend, does mean we've got a lot coming up. So first and foremost, we're going to be getting into making informed decisions about your children's health, because you know that this is where we also have very important conversations. Along with them, though, we always have a little bit of fun, because listen to this. Let me take a sip here quickly. That he is the very last celebrity that is going to Zanzibar for season 11 of Tropical Island of Treasure is going to be announced. And it is happening here in the next couple of minutes on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. So please do not go anywhere. Big things are about to happen. And I hope you entered online and you, in fact, do win. For now, though, we're going to take a short break and we'll be back on the other side of this.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
New Panado grape flavor syrup, colorant, tartrazine, alcohol, and sugar-free. Giving you the power to fight their pain in a new flavor that is great. I mean grape. It's a clear choice in fast pain and fever relief.
Welcome back as we continue to focus on our beautiful little ones this morning and how important it is to make informed and trusted decisions concerning their health. And here to lend a helping hand, as they do every day in this space, are experts, pediatrician Dr. Anisa Varhead and pharmacist Radar Kader. Guys, thank you so much for being here. And you brought along a little friend.
Yes.
He's warm and cuddly just like the rest of you. I love it. Anisa, I'm going to ask you my first question, because you kind of look at this through two different lenses, in fact, because you are a working mom.
Yes.
You have a little one,
Yeah.
and you understand the repercussions of not treating those symptoms. And often you can understand and feel the pain. I get the man flu. I know that feeling. But when it comes to the little ones, when managing that pain and the fever specifically, why is that so important?
So we expect them to have a fever, and especially when there's infections going on. And what we're trying to look at is managing the discomfort that comes with the fever. That's the goal. So I'm always getting kids coming in and saying they have a fever. When am I going to treat it? What am I going to do with it? And it's all about, is the child uncomfortable? If they start becoming uncomfortable with that fever, that's when we're going to try and get it under control. And that's when we're going to start looking at what kind of syrups that we're going to use and what dosing and how often. The big thing is, the one thing to watch out for, there's a certain population that have seizures because of high temperatures. And those are the patients that we actually turn around and say, listen, sign of an early start of a fever, get on top of it ASAP before they actually have those seizures.
And you're making parents anxious right now, because all of us have the thermometer at home, and that there's nothing quite like the terror of when your child is sick. Have we crossed that line? Have we crossed that line? Have we crossed that line? But it gets real, and it gets real very quickly. I think the fact that we can treat so many ailments from the same approach in this space means there are some usual suspects here. In your experience, what are those usual suspects that are leading to the pain and fever when it comes to the little ones?
I think, thanks for having me again.
Oh, it's always good.
Yeah, I think in our setting, in a pharmacy, we'd always get the first line. We'd be the first line of sort of point of call for clients to come in with sick kids. And in the last couple of weeks, we've seen an increase in a lot of stomach viruses and
big time.
Also a bit of allergies and cold and flus. And along with that, a lot of times come fever. And our first point of call would be something simple as paracetamol. It's got a good safety profile. You know, it really, really works well in getting a fever down quickly. So definitely, if paracetamol doesn't work, then we'd go on to things like ibuprofen and things like that. But because of the safety profile of paracetamol, it's just the first medication that we'd go for.
And it's so nice as a parent when you are playing in a space where we know very little. Let's be honest, as a new parent, you are constantly reaching to the stars for answers. So to know that there is something as trusted as paracetamol makes a big difference. Why is it so good in that space? Rudar mentioned the safety profile being really good. I can remember my wife using it through pregnancy as well. Why is this such a good go-to?
So if we look at how a fever starts in the whole physiology, the basic step to actually stop that whole pathway kind of going on is starting with paracetamol. So that's why we're always, that's our initial game to actually start there, and then we start looking at all those adjunctives adding onto it. So giving that regular paracetamol, trying to do it every like 4 to 6 hourly, trying to kind of stop that cascade of events, it'll work that way.
And I think this is where the responsibility of both of your roles really does come to bear. If you're going to give a parent something that works really well, but it's got preservatives, colorants, alcohol in it, you're doing them a major disservice. What is the danger then with these products that do carry too much, and why is it such a, I mean, I know it is a massive bonus, but to be able to get that balance right of having something that works so effectively without any of that, that's a major thing.
So essentially with kids, we're looking at side effect profiles. They're much more smaller. I mean, this is the size of my 3-year-old. And we're looking at the side effect profile. So just the small amount of alcohol might not hit us, but hitting a little 3-year-old, we might have quite a big side effect, like much more side effects. And they're actually more prone to getting kind of toxic side effects from that. Same thing as looking at all the preservatives. We're starting to find with the allergies, especially with all the more research we're doing, we're finding actually a lot of these tartrazines and preservatives that are in are actually causing anaphylaxis reactions to these kids. And we're realizing actually, you know what, less products in it, in these basic kind of drugs, is the best for them.
And this kind of says to me that the pharmacists are pushing back, that the pediatricians are pushing back, because if companies as big as this are backing that. So when a parent comes into you, Rudar, because you kind of are often that first point of contact, when a parent comes in with that look on their face, and generally they will be feeling the anxiety when their child is sick in any way, how do you approach helping them?
So I guess we see this every day, right? So I think having the ability to know that you've got products in your store that is going to provide a solution for their problem, you know, that makes you feel good. And when, like now with this new paracetamol or Panado that's available in a tartrazine-free, sugar-free, alcohol-free, I mean, in this day and age, these are the things we're looking for because we understand over time what kind of side effects those other sort of excipients and ingredients cause. In a simple ingredient like paracetamol, that works.
And it feels like for so long we've sacrificed so much for the sake of sugar in particular, I think, just to get the child to take it in. The fact that it tastes this delicious, that it's packaged this way and safe enough for experts on both sides of this equation to use as you do is amazing to me. So thank you for the work you do every day. Thank you for sharing your insights with us. And hopefully as a parent you are starting to take on board how much support there actually is out there for you. And I think it's starts with an education empowering yourself. An informed parent gives you, being that, gives you the power to help your children on the most fundamental level. So please stay tuned for a very new, exciting children's syrup medication coming your way. I think you know what it is. For now, though, you have the chance of being one of not one, but 3 lucky winners to win 2,000 Rand. And of course, the hashtag power to fight pain, thanks to Panado. And this is how you do it.
New Panado Grape gives you the power to fight their pain in a great new taste that's free from tartrazine, colorants, sugar and alcohol. This 29th February to the 1st of March, celebrate the launch of the new addition to the Panado family and stand a chance to win cash prizes of 2,000 Rand. Answer the questions in the Panado post on Expresso's social media pages using hashtag PanadoSA and hashtag power to fight pain. T's and C's apply. Panado Grape, a clear choice in fast pain and fever relief.
What an incredible moment it has been, and it's only getting better right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show because there's still so much to look forward to. I don't know if you've been sticking around for the week, but we've been hyping up and revealing all the incredible celebrities heading to the tropic island of Treasure, and we've got another one coming your way. It's getting exciting.
It is indeed, and also it's exciting because there's more excitement around the Treasure that is a brand new member of the Panado family. Panado Grape was launched today, and we're going to make sure that we get some more details out there in the next hour or so. So make sure you stay with us, your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Yeah, I'm really grateful to be working with you, bro.
Thank you so much, man. I grape you.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here in S3. And we have things to tell you because we've been showing you the clear choice when it comes to alleviating pain and fever in your children, and have had some amazing comments pouring in, expressing immense love for the new Panado grape flavor. You get the color, right? That's it. That's why we've been doing that today. We're equally as excited. But let's check it out, some of the comments.
Yeah, let's check it out. We're starting off with Alicia Lewis, who commented saying the following: "This is by far the best. It's bursting with grape flavor. There's no aftertaste, and my kids are more than willing to take this flavor Panado. Well done to the person behind the flavor. Hashtag Panado essay and hashtag power to fight pain." Nicely done. I'm liking that. Yeah.
It's very
But it doesn't
good.
stop there, bro. We've got more coming through. We've got Brandon Pierre also coming through. Brandon Pierre Faris said the new grape flavor is colorant-free, tartrazine-free, alcohol-free, and sugar-free, ensuring that my child gets the pain and fever relief they need, which is firstly very important, and my daughter loves grapes, so it will be easier to digest. And again, coming through with those great hashtags. I'm loving these honest reviews here, Carlitos. This is
very
great
good.
stuff.
And then Zanele, Portia and Corsi commented, this beautiful grape taste flavor melts in your mouth and doesn't have a bitter aftertaste. Hashtag Panado essay, hashtag power to fight pain. Thank you.
And then Bonolo Sefako comes through and says, yes, please, grape flavor tastes so nice. It works fast and to relieve my kids' pain and fever. Now, they really enjoy it. Now, I think everybody's going to enjoy that. If you haven't had this new flavor, you definitely want to add it to your list because the kids are loving it.
And then Gail blew us away with this one. Good morning. If you thought the other flavors are good, this one is the best because I have 4 grandchildren I interact with daily, and I know giving meds is a pain, pun intended. But the other day, my little granddaughter of 2 years old went to fetch the grape Panado and told me, paining, lol, she didn't know where the pain was, but she was paining. So the grape Panado even cures imaginary pain. Hashtag power to fight pain. Hashtag Panado essay. That is so
Healing
cute.
like broken hearts and things out here, man. But I think that's what it's about. It's that association with something that tastes great. And the fact that we don't have to worry about medicines intimidating us. It's the fact that we can look forward to it, especially when it comes to these new flavors, because it's delicious. And as you clearly heard from all our comments here, the kids are loving it too. So officially, it is great to hear your positive feedbacks about Panados. Yeah, grape.
Thank you.
And especially when it comes to this new grape flavor. So don't miss out on all this exciting news and join the community of satisfied parents and caregivers by enhancing your medicine cabinet with the Panado grape flavor today.
For fast pain and fever relief when you need it most, trust Panado and, of course, this brand new flavor.
New Panado grape flavor syrup, colorant, tartrazine, alcohol, and sugar-free. Giving you the power to fight their pain in a new flavor that is great. I mean grape. It's a clear choice in fast pain and fever relief.
Yes, I am stood beside a fellow club rat. That's how we grew up. That's why she is turning herself into one of the coolest DJs on the planet. But tomorrow day is still going to be blessing us commoners with another exquisite performance. And I think she walked in here thinking all the set dressing was for her this morning.
I
because,
did.
Yeah, and it was. It really was.
Thank you.
But of course, we're also enjoying and reveling in the health and wellness of our kids. And we've got an expert panel stepping in to guide us on that path. It is, yes, still going to be a great day. We'll see you now. Welcome back as we continue our focus on the health and wellness, the overall well-being of our little ones. And I think the greatest gift in life is helping others overcome their pain in whatever form that manifests. And as a parent, there is nothing more rewarding than being able to help your children to get into top health again. And here to continue our discussion about our children's health and wellness are a brilliant panel of experts. Our pediatrician, Dr. Anisa Vahed, pediatric dietitian and very good old friend, Kath McGaw, and registered counsellor and very much a part of the Expresso family, Kumo Apane. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us this morning. I love these conversations. Kath, I love the fact you're like raring to go, yes, because you've been a part of the vetting process for a lot of what goes on in this space. So I love that your voice is being added. But maybe, Kumo, I can start with you with a mental element of this, because sickness is often beaten by yourself.
Yes.
You just need to get to a place where you feel strong enough to be able to do it. How does effective medication and treatment help with the mental aspect of our kids getting sick?
I mean, you know, children experience pain symptoms very differently, right? So it can be dependent on their age, their development, and their personality and the environment that they're growing up in. We know that, you know, when you experience pain, the body sends a stress response, right? And that puts the body on defense mode, which then lessens, you know, the building of new tissues as well as recovery. And so medication really helps to aid that recovery, and it helps to bring the child into better fitness, you know, physical fitness and mental fitness. But with mental strength in particular, I think it's dependent on and often linked to the type of medication that's given to the child, right? So what condition is it being treated on, and whether the medication alone is the only factor that monitors measuring mental strength, because there could be different things that are linked to that and that can contribute to that. But I think the overall mental well-being of a child is dependent on, you know, we have treatments that are synthetically manufactured, we have your natural herbs or supplements. So those are all the factors that contribute to the strengthening of the mental fitness of an individual. And I think it's important for parents to know how to identify how that affects children, because that's different from adults.
Oh,
right?
completely, yeah. And if you look at the tip of the spear when it comes to medicine, all the big heavy hitters, we know that it starts in the mind. That's when the body starts doing miraculous things. We forget about the lowest rung in that ladder. In your work, how much of a difference does it make when a child's perception, the mental element, starts to shift?
Well, I mean, with what I see is monkey see, monkey do. So if mommy is stressing and daddy's stressing, then the kids are starting to mimic it. So this is where we're trying to find the balance of, is it a real pain? Are we trying to actually try and say, mommy, I'm actually looking for a bit more attention.
I just don't want to go to school.
I don't want to go to school. Maybe there's some bullying going on. Or is it actually something physiological that's going on that's starting a proper fever? And it's that balance. And I always tell parents, you know your child the best.
For sure.
Your mommy gut will tell you something's not right, and we will figure it out. And obviously, if you're giving something like paracetamol and there's no obvious fevers and it's not really working, then we've got to look at something, whether it is something psychological that's actually happening.
Yeah, it's a tough job. It's a tough gig being a parent. I get that. It's an equally tough job bringing out a product that delivers on the promise of being additive-free. Kath.
Yeah.
I mean, we've sold our souls so many times over the years. I think I represent a consumer culture that has done us a dirty in the past, that has shifted dramatically in this space. How big is this, being able to offer treatment that works effectively like this, that is additive-free? Why is this such a big thing?
It's huge because I think there's been such an increase in allergies over the years, and we don't actually realize how much additives contribute to allergic reactions and stomach issues. And a lot of kids don't tolerate medication, and that causes other symptoms because it's full of additives and sugars and things like that. And there was this kind of culture over the years that for kids' medication, we have to just load it with all the nasties, and that's not necessary. We want to help them feel better, as we've been discussing, but we don't need to add insult to injury and give them a whole lot of nasties with that.
How about a lifetime addiction to sugar? Can we just start with that, which I'm realizing in my ripe old age has been complementary to so many of the negative impacts. When we do a comparison, when we look at the side effects potentially of things like tartrazine, of too much sugar.
Yes.
In the long run, how damaging can that be?
So it's quite tricky, especially looking at the research. And I think as things are going on, we're starting to find what's really happening. But it is putting them at an increased risk of having high blood pressure and diabetes later on in life. But we're already finding, I mean, because kids get frequently sick, if we're giving them a lot of sugar-loaded medications, we're finding actually by the time they're 3 and 4, their milk teeth we've got to extract because there's so much dental cavities. And it's become a new thing now in the last few months where I've just seen an increased amount of dental cavities, a lot of kind of almost not really malnutrition, but their vitamin deficiencies are quite bad because they're always getting loaded with these things and it pushes them back. It's a big issue.
And it also speaks to the mental aspect of being able to say you can strengthen yourself in the right way. We're not going to just give you a dopamine surge every time that you are unhappy. For the mental long game, Kuma, why is that so important that we can get an understanding of that? Because it will set in at that early age.
Yeah, no, for sure. As she's mentioned psychosomatic issues that we see in children quite a lot, where there is stress or anxiety and it manifests itself physically, right? And so I think it's important to help children with how to regulate their emotions often, right? So do I create a safe environment for them to let me know how they're feeling, where it hurts, and whether or not medication is something that is needed for that. But I think the expression and the language conversation needs to be added to helping them regulate their emotions as well. So I think the space that you create for children, as well as, you know, it's okay if you're not feeling okay, right? Because sometimes children can withhold showing and expressing what they're feeling, firstly because they don't know how to do that effectively. And so the parent can be equipped with how to monitor and how to identify some of these symptoms. But I think it's the conversational piece, right, that can really help children these days.
I'm just thinking of the amount of times I've had this conversation with my kid of like, Dad, my tummy's sore. Okay, why don't you want to go to school today? And it's universal, and I'm getting it. It's starting to sink in. Thank you so much. Some invaluable advice in approaching the wellness of your child. If they are strong, they will bounce back quicker, and that's mentally, emotionally, and physically. And I think the number one rule of parenting is always being open to learning, because the journey is absolutely, and I say that, absolutely different for everybody, every parent and every child. And having a reliable medication on that journey, I can speak from my own experience, makes the ride a little bit smoother at least. And Panado is giving you the chance to make it even smoother, at least 3 of you, the opportunity to win yourself 2,000 Rand. And of course, hashtag the power to fight pain. And here is how you enter.
New Panado Grape gives you the power to fight their pain in a great new taste that's free from tartrazine, colorants, sugar and alcohol. This 29th February to the 1st of March, celebrate the launch of the new addition to the Panado family and stand a chance to win cash prizes of 2,000 Rand. Answer the questions in the Panado post on Expresso's social media pages using hashtag PanadoSA and hashtag Power to Fight Pain. T's and C's apply. Panado Grape, a clear choice in fast pain and fever relief.
All right, it's been a jam.
It has.
Jam-packed 2 weeks. It's been crazy. And we've been guessing, we've been trying our best, obviously guessing and failing, but it doesn't matter, we've been trying, all right? We've been revealing which celebrities will be heading to Zanzibar with Tropica Island of Treasure's new host, our very own Zanele Potalwa.
Zanelicious in the building. And just to recap, the celebrities who are heading to the Island of Treasure are, first up, our Afrikaans singer-songwriter Bobby van Jaarsveld, dun dun dun, and as well as actress and entrepreneur Omuhle Gela. Look at that powerhouse over there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Blowing up the screens. But it doesn't stop there.
No, TikTok dancing sensation Chad Jones is going to be there. We love Chad. Skimsam actor Hungainen Ndlovu, as well as former Miss South Africa and Davi Nokedi is going to be there too.
Ladies, relax. Okay, and then it doesn't stop there because former Miss South Africa Davi Nokedi, TikTok influencer and model Carl Kugelman are both also gracing the presence of the island and elevating everything about this. Wow! Insane.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So let's take a look at your final clue. It's very, very important. Drum roll, please. Let's bring it on.
Our social media has been overrun by your guesses of who the final celebrity could be. But, Looking at that, here are some of the guesses based on that little snippet that we shared with you. Some of you guys were saying Litapo, the actress, perhaps. Lorraine Morapa. My word. Could it be? It could actually be. Very similar skin tone there. I don't know. What do you reckon, bro?
Telenovela actress Kwanele Mtetwa has also been mentioned, as well as award-winning actress Lunati Mampofu is also one of the contenders. I'm seeing where you're going with this.
These are
I'm
great
liking
guesses. Yeah, man. So look, I think officially, without further ado, let's get this one out the bag. It's time to reveal who the next celebrity heading to Zanzibar is.
There she is, our new member of the familia. Now, if you are wondering, let me just give it a proper intro. You know,
yes, please,
model turned sports broadcaster Kobile Kwezi has joined the mix. Kobile is a vibrant and charismatic television personality. She played a big role in commentating and presenting during the SA20, the Rugby World Cup and the Netball World Cup. And Kobile is truly an all-rounder.
Truly indeed, and she is sure to bring some sunshine and a whole lot of vibrance to our screens. I cannot wait for this. Wow, this is a stellar team of celebs, just to say the least.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's going to be great. The Celebrity Avengers have come together for the Tropica Island of Treasure. And just like that, Kobile completes the lineup for the new season of Tropica Island of Treasure.
Now, listen, here's a reminder, right? So auditions are opening tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow.
Nice.
So you need to make sure that you are ready to post online. All the details will be revealed tomorrow, but get hyped up. Get your latest bikini out. Get shredded. And it might be you joining us on the island. Oh, it's going to be spectacular. I mean, considering the fact that you're going to be hanging out with some of these celebs, wow. I just want to be there and bask in all that ambience.
You got to, man. So there it is. All of the celebrities revealed. Auditions open now. But of course, more action to come on your Feel Good Breakfast Show indeed.
Yeah, we're talking about baby essentials. Obviously, the theme of the day has been all about the kids, but we go even younger. We've got essentials for their babies, and it's something to definitely look forward to. So you're a new parent, maybe you need some tips, come through on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, because we got you.
Of course. And then don't forget, Tamara Day is still here. The incredible, the sensational, the enigmatic. And I can tell you, you are going to be entertained. So I suggest you stay there and stick with us here on S3. It's Expresso.
Let's make a day out of it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're on your Feel Good Breakfast show right here on S3. And my friend, I've been telling you all morning, exciting things are upon us. And this is why I say if you are a lover of cars, then you need to mark your calendar for this weekend at Sandton City, where we are going to be having the Cars.co.za Awards, sponsored by ABSA. And it is honestly one of the biggest things to happen at this time of the year. And for me, I look at it and I'm like, yes, this is what we all need. Because I think that there's a part of us that all enjoy something about cars. But my friend, it is 13 different carefully selected categories where we are going to be honoring the cars that take us up and down, that we are just able to admire. But more than anything else, that coveted title for the car brand of the year is going to be announced as well. And this is the thing. ABSA said, you know what, let's get involved. And one of the most beautiful things as well is that we get to chat to them today about why and also what we can expect this weekend. So Expresso family, please welcome to the couch. It is none other than the managing executive of Finance for Assets as well as Vehicles at ABSA. It is, of course, Charles Potgieter. Charles, how are you?
I'm very well. Good morning, Zanelli, and thank you for having me on the show.
Of course. Charles, you know, I mean, I heard that you bought me a car or maybe some tickets to the Cars.co.za Awards.
I have a very special financing offer
Oh, hectic.
when you buy a car.
Charles, it is so good to see you, especially because you guys have done something so great, getting involved in the Cars.co.za Consumer Awards. But then I need to ask you, why was it so important for ABSA to get involved in this?
At ABSA, we really, truly value our partnerships with original equipment manufacturers and with motor dealers.
Yeah.
Because we understand that consumers don't buy cars from banks.
Yes.
They buy them from motor dealers, and they probably buy them after they've spent some time on the internet searching and researching on platforms like Cars.co.za.
That's true.
Before they decide where to buy the car from and how to finance it. And I think what we really love about the Cars Consumers Awards is that the consumer is at the heart of it, as indicated in the title. And then lastly, I think it's such a great opportunity to bring consumers closer to the industry, to the original manufacturers, to the actual brands, to motor dealers. And it gives us an opportunity to listen to consumers as an industry and to solve better for them.
I love that. And you know that ABSA is all about the consumer.
Absolutely.
So it 100% is something that was made, a match made in heaven, rather. But then I need to ask you, Charles, because I feel like the automotive industry, you know, it's had its ups and downs. It's been going through different things. But then how do you anticipate that your partnership is going to sort of affect the automotive industry?
Zanelli, if you think about it, we're going to have 39 of the most desirable vehicles.
Yes.
Probably 100,000 consumers, auto manufacturers, motoring brands, motoring enthusiasts, auto financiers, motor dealers, all under one roof at one venue for 3 days.
Sure.
Where we get the opportunity as ABSA to listen to the stories of these industry partners and our consumers so that we can solve better for their needs.
Yeah.
So we are very excited about this opportunity.
I think that it's really something that is beautiful. And I mean, for you, Charles, I can imagine you're excited as the man of cars at ABSA. But then speak to me about this. How do you plan to leverage this partnership with Cars.co.za, the awards, in terms of, you know, facilitating a smoother car buying experience for those people that you're talking about that are going to be there this weekend?
Yeah, I think our newly relaunched brand strapline is Your Story Matters.
Sure.
And at this platform where we bring all these industry players and consumers together, we have the opportunity to listen to the stories of industry players and consumers.
Yeah.
And if we listen to understand, we can bring new and exciting, innovative products and propositions to both OEMs, motor dealers, and to consumers. And also, I think this platform gives consumers the opportunity to really go and experience vehicles, the brands, ask relevant questions, because there'll be industry experts on the ground, happy to take questions and to engage, to make informed decisions when they buy that dream car or finance that dream car of theirs.
Sure. And Charles, are your people going to be out and about there, you know, ready to give some financing deals?
Absolutely. We're all over the floor and we've got some special activation, exciting initiatives and some spot prizes as well. So
it's a car, isn't it?
Come around. It's a secret. You've got to come to see.
Okay, I like that, Charles. But do you see why you guys are at the forefront in terms of this industry? Because you're listening to the people. But then take me through this, because we know that there has been a decline in the automotive market, and especially just seeing people wanting to be like, okay, I'm definitely buying a car. How do you hope to rectify this and sort of make it just a better experience and hopefully allow more people to say, yes, I'm buying my car?
Look, I think the market conditions have been tough. And I think for both businesses and consumers, and I think some South Africans are facing a cost of living challenge right now. But the good news is we do anticipate the interest rate environment to improve towards the second half of the year.
Yay!
And South Africans are incredibly resilient. In 2024, we will still sell 550,000 odd, maybe new vehicles in South Africa, 1.5 million new and used vehicles. And the industry is incredibly resilient. So as APSO, we are still very optimistic about the automotive sector, and we will continue to invest in the industry through partnerships and products and propositions.
I love that. And Charles, you can stay because you come here bearing good news. The fact that we can look forward to a good 2024, I love that. And congratulations on getting into the Cars.co.za Consumer Awards, and we can't wait for it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, so do we. Of course, as your Expresso family, we only ever bring you the most exciting things. And that is why, like we said, it is happening this weekend at Sandton City, the 7th annual Cars.co.za Consumer Awards, brought to you by APSA. Right about now, though, you need to stick around because we are still continuing to have good times here on S3 in the name of Expresso. And it looks like Carl is standing by.
I am indeed, Zanele, and I'm very, very excited about this particular moment because finally we get to showcase clothing that actually fits me. From the moment we hold them in our arms, our bundles of joy are our everything. Woolies understands and without compromise aims to deliver nothing short of exceptional for your little ones. From 100% responsibly sourced cotton to nickel-free poppers, quality, safety is indeed their obsession. And here to remind us why your baby is in the best hands with Woolworths, our buyer Shakara Berger, as well as technologist Yvette Meyers is here so we can have a conversation about these particular clothes for your little one or me. It's entirely up to you and the application. Hello, both of you. Welcome.
Morning.
Hello.
This is great. It's nice to have you.
Yes.
I also know that first time on TV as well. This is great. Have you heard of the initiation processes that we go through as well?
No.
I'm just kidding. Don't worry. I'm not going to ask you to sing. That's later. Anyway, right, Shakara, let's start with you. Naturally, you know, when you go out and want to get the type of quality we can expect, especially when it comes to Woolies, we need some of those key elements, especially for our babies, changes of the season as well. You know, their body temperatures also change, so we have to be sensitive to all of these nuances of the delicate baby's skin as well as with the clothing itself. So take us through some of the essentials that you've put together in this beautiful range.
Cool. So over here we have our Popper sleep suit. So this is definitely a baby essential. Super, super cute.
It is very cute.
And it comes in an array of colors. So we've got our basic colors and then also colors of the season. And then what's really exciting is that we have a two-way zip, which is definitely a night saver for the new moms and the new dads. And this is like very easy for nappy changing during the night. And then now that you mentioned that it's getting colder in the evenings, we've got our cute little Sherpa jumpsuits. So cute. And it's got the little ears on the hoodie. So cute. And that also comes in plain colors and also with the cute little applique detail on the side as well. And then some more essentials that we have. We've got, we're big on our unisex as well.
Yes.
So we've got some socks with little bibs.
And that's perfect because, you know, if you've got a baby shower coming up and they haven't really revealed the gender yet, I think it's great to have those types of, I'm going to call them neutral gifts.
Exactly.
Just in case.
Yes.
Love that.
Neutral gifts. I love that. And then also we have some more in like our sleep suits as well.
Love that color palette.
Super cute. And then what's also nice is that what we offer is we just add that extra little detail. So you can see
on the little sleeve over here, we've got such a cute little badge detail, which just elevates that product a little bit more. And then carrying on onto the gifting, we also have these gifting items as well.
Gifting, we just spoke about that. That is
Yes.
so cute. Is that
It's
a band?
So cute.
A little.
It's a little headband. Yes, so adorable.
I'm melting a bit here. I'm trying to focus. I'm sorry.
Yes, and then moving on to like our more fashion-focused items, we've got our fleece, our mix and match fleece. This is flying. We actually can't even keep up.
Is that like a little baby jogger behind that?
It's
there?
a little jogger. So we've got the sweatshirt, and
Yep.
then we've got the little matching jogger, but it's also actually, it's mix and match. So it's a perfect pickup solution for mom. And we've got those in an array of colors and beautiful prints.
Brilliant.
And then also we've got our little tees as well, which is super, super cute as well.
I'm taken aback. I've seen what the fashion elements are, and thanks to you, Shikara, for selecting such great ones. But let's naturally go on to some of the technical elements. And Yvette, this is where a technologist comes in. You can do a substitution, because I'd love to see how the technical elements of items are also considered. Because I think that, you know, as a parent, you don't necessarily think about safety in this particular way, clothing-wise. You think, put the clothing on the child and move on. But you know, Woolies is always focused on something more. So what elements have you thought about when looking at these particular items?
Well, it starts with our fabrics, where we use super soft fabrics, which retain their shape even after many wears.
Yes.
And then we look at the trims that we use on the garments, for example, our poppers and our zips. They are all nickel-free, so that prevents any rashes on the skins.
Yes.
And then also the construction of the garment. For example, we'll have a zip guard, zip guards on our little sleep suits.
I saw that in one of the items here. The zip guard is it's very smart as well.
Yes,
It's really...
prevents any pinching of the delicate skin. And then also we have non-skid soles on the sleep suit, which also just helps the baby on their first steps, that they don't slip.
Very good idea.
We try and think of all every little detail that keeps our baby both comfortable and safe.
And I think it's important to just inform parents about those elements as well. I don't think we often think about the actual touches and feels, and sometimes the baby pops with a rash and you just say, you know, it's just hot today, that's why. But perhaps it is a little item within the makeup of the material, which is so good to hear as well. Just as a little thing, go to Woolies. I think that's the best type. Now, then, if you look at baby-proofing clothing, you mentioned the zip.
Yes.
That's obviously one of the innovations that you look at. Is there anything else that you guys have looked at, just to kind of baby-proof all of these items?
Well, when we were manufacturing the garments,
yes,
we were we do up to 17 different tests on our garments.
Wow!
Just to make sure that that we are happy that they are retail ready.
Yes.
And that includes from the fabrics, testing fabrics, as well as the actual garments. So our factories have a needle-free policy, all of our factories, and the final final check is that all our garments go through a metal dissection machine that will prevent make sure that there's no needles left in a garment.
I'm very impressed. Please have a seat, because we've got some models coming in to show the fruits of your labor. And let's bring in the models. I think this is going to give you a good indication as to what has come out of it. So you can stand next to me. Let's do a bit of a pose here while we're together. Okay, we're doing a little pose. And if you look at that, the ladies look comfortable.
Yeah.
They look, I mean, just in terms of the feel of it as well. I'm sure it's freedom to play, because obviously you want to make sure that kids, they get a chance to play. They get a chance to feel free within their garments as well. But they look absolutely incredible, and the best models we could find, by the way, in South Africa, actually. They are the best. But ladies, thank you very much for sharing a bit more, and also for the focus on the safety of these incredible items. But, you know, I think that's also something big that we never really considered before. But thanks to our models and thanks to our guest today, and your baby is in the best hands, as you can hear, with Woolworths. Shop all your baby's essentials in-store, online and on the app. Plus, you get 30% off all girls' dresses for your little darling to twirl around in. Hurry up. This offer is only available until the 3rd of March. Shop it in-store, online and on the app. T's and C's do apply and can be found on woolworths.co.za.
From soft, sustainable fabrics and non-toxic chemicals to metal detectors checking every garment. We put care into every detail. That's the difference. Woolies Babes. Made with love.
It's my feel-good breakfast show. Oh, welcome back, you beauties. We've had a lot of fun. It's been a cuteness overload, and I love the fact that today has been focused on the little ones. So why don't we give the little ones a whole different future right now?
Yeah, we could do exactly that, and I hope you are ready because it's a leap day packed with big wins. And that means you can play the Daily Lotto for the guaranteed 850,000 Rand jackpot today and make every day payday.
Ooh, okay, so if you want to win, I know you do. All right, I know this is kind of rhetorical. I know you want to win. I get it. All right, so why don't you go and buy your tickets today in store on the nationallottery.co.za website. The mobile app is a good option. Cell phone banking works perfectly, or you can simply dial *120 *7529 hash. That is for you, SSD.
This whole time I've been rubbing my hands like an evil genius, like I've got something cooking here. Maybe we can help you win, but you just got to do it. So we'll keep all of those details up on our social media channels. You can go and check them out. You've got no excuses today. Could be your very lucky, massive payday, but only if you ponder, pusher, play.
You know what? The luck is going to keep going right now, right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, because standing by once again is the person that we've been fanning over for the entire morning. Our numero uno. I'm talking about Tamara Day in the building, and she's ready to perform for you. Yes, you, Mzansi.
Come on, sister.
So I've been performing this song recently at clubs and festivals. Just played it at Physique Festival as a guest of Discoteca, and thought I would do it for you this morning. It's Sylvester's You Make Me Feel. And I feel your body next to mine, and I know my love is about that time. Make me feel, ooh, yeah. Make me feel, oh, make me feel mighty real. Make me feel it, mighty real. Make me feel, woo. Make me feel, oh, I so much. Thank you. This next one is called La Musica. It's off my current EP. Go check it out. The EP is called La Musica as well. It's out now. La música, la música, la música. Here we go. Thank you to Expresso for having me. What a vibe. And hello, and lots of love to everyone out there. Adoro la música, adoro la música, adoro la música, la música. Oh, music takes the reins, elevate me to the bound of space. Oh, come and shake me so wide awake. Oh, let it take me, shake me. Oh, music, take control. Take what's broken, come and make it whole. Take all the hurt out of their rising souls. Oh, music, take me away. All I know is it takes me away. Wanna throw all your troubles away. If you love it, let your soul elevate. La música, adoro la música, adoro la música. Come on, adoro la música, la música. Oh, oh, music, shake my soul. Hold on tight and never let it go. There's a light in me that needs to glow. Oh, music, take me away. Oh, all I know is it takes me away. Wanna throw all my troubles away. If you love it, let your soul elevate. La música, all I know is we've got what it takes. Gotta show them we're not gonna break. Let your soul elevate. La música, you got that music in you. Let it work its way through to the soles of your feet, in the heart of the beat.
Say goodbye to nausea and cramps and say hello to delicious freedom with Nolax range of lactose-free milk and yogurt. Be free with lactose-free.
Another feel-good production.
Come on, you sassy.
By the way,